Please stand by for departure.
Different time zone, different rules, same code. Let's go. Landed in Manila with the calm in my chest. Old life behind me, still I move with respect. I don't talk too much, I just watch how they move. Every street got a lesson, every night got a groove. Came from the ground where the pressure don't sleep. Now I'm overseas where the palm trees breathe. But don't mistake peace for a man gon' solve. I still grab every room when the lights cut off. Passport worn out, phone full of plans. Currency changed, but I'm still the same man. Seen fake love, fake smiles, fake handshakes too. So I keep my circle tight and my vision brand new. City lights flashing off the window glass. Thinking how fast the hard season can pass. I ain't here to prove nothing, I'm here to build more. New chapter, new country, same lion at the door. Manila after midnight, I'm still wide awake. Counting every move, every risk that I take. New city, same mission, I don't fold, I don't fake. Had to lose a few chains just to see what I can make. Manila after midnight, black car through the rain. Old scars in my mind, new fire in my veins. I don't run from the storm, I just walk through the pain. And I turn another page and I level up again. They thought travel was escape, but it gave me my lens. Show me who was real, show me who was pretend. Some men chase women, some chase cheap thrills. I chase peace, leverage and the freedom to build. You can hear it in my voice, I've been through real weight. Had to learn time, had to learn restraint. Every loss had a message, every win had a tax. Every blessing came with pressure trying to sit on my back. Jeepneys roll past, street food, smoke rise, foreign land, but the hunger's still familiar in my eyes. I see brothers online talking big from the couch, but never left the block, never figure life out. I don't judge, I just move with a different kind of hunger. Older now, sharpen out, thunder, under thunder. If you see me by the water with a calm little grin, that's a man who survived what should've buried him. Manila after midnight, I'm still wide awake, counting every move, every risk that I take. New city, same mission, I don't fold, I don't fake. Had to lose a few chains just to see what I can make. Manila after midnight, black car through the rain. Old scars in my mind, new fire in my veins. I don't run from the storm, I just walk through the pain. And I turn another page and I level up again. It's for the men who got tired of the script, tired of the bills, tired of biting their lip, tired of being told what a man can't be. So they booked that flight just to breathe and think free. But freedom ain't free, better come with a plan. Foreign ground still test the mind of a man. Learn the laws, learn the culture, don't move like a fool. Respect goes further than flexing with jewels. I seen paradox turn into pressure real fast when the man brings old habits in the new grass. So I walk with intention, not just impulse and pride. You could change your location and still be trapped inside. That's why I build while the city sleeps low. Make one smart move, then I make 10 more. From Manila to wherever the next road bends. I don't chase the world, I make the world make sense. Manila after midnight, I'm still wide awake, counting every move, every risk that I take. New city, same mission, I don't fold, I don't fake. Had to lose a few chains just to see what I can make. Manila after midnight, black car through the rain. Old scars in my mind, new fire in my veins. I don't run from the storm, I just walk through the pain. And I turn another page and I level up again. Different country, same discipline, different skyline, same vision. Manila after midnight, still building, still moving, still free.
It's your girl Mariah Sincere, and I'm back with another bomb live. For those of y'all who are new to my channel, I'm an American woman who has been living abroad for 2 years in Colombia, and now I'm in the Dominican Republic. Okay. So for those of y'all who don't know, I just went on Razor Ray's channel and I just had a whole fallout between me.
Like, when I started making content, for one, I never had any intention of making content, right? When I seen Capo get deported and I seen the guy flopping around like a fish in Calle 10 losing his life, I just got really pissed off and I made a post and it went viral. So I said, hey, you know what? If I'm going to complain about something, maybe I should do something about it. You know, so I started talking about the women that are drugging guys, right? But here's the thing. My content has always been about behavior. But you're right. I never had any of the passport bros really on the radar, right? When I say y'all don't necessarily mean you, it's stupid as shit. Just being honest. You guys that are grown-ass men sharing sex videos with each other is fucking stupid. That's what I did when I was 16. But regardless.
Hey, y'all doing shit out there like you're 16 years old. Damn. harsh. I gotta say this, brother. You know, men say they want to leave America because they need peace. We need peace in our retirement. We need peace for the money that we make and we contribute to the household. But it really seems like to me lately in the travel space is more drama than travel. There's more chaos than harmony. I mean, am I reading that wrong?
No, not exactly, man. I think, people like drama. When you sit down, try to give the cold hard truth on how to move things, how to do certain things or whatever, people don't want to hear that. They want to hear bullshit. It is what it is. So tonight, we're going to address all the elephants in the room with my good friend, Jack Daniels. And everyone knows who I am. All the old people that know Ken Masters, that know Black Man Travels, you know how I get. So I want all the smoke. I want all of it. So
you done went from wine to Jack Daniels. Don't be cutting it like your boy Fearless.
You know,
our brother Fearless likes to cut
had
down.
to talk before we went live, man. I have a whole totally different perspective in life now. I want the bullshit. But real talk, man. Yeah, man. It's kind of sad to see the state on how the Black travel space has gone to, like literally to the shits. And man, a lot of the pioneers that kind of set the tone 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I was there when everything was actually picking up and started. And to see where it is now, to see grown folks bitching and crying, people who have nothing to do with the space have so much to say. So yeah, let's go ahead and have this conversation, man. Especially with all the snitching that's happening, all the
okay, let's address that word real quick. Yeah, I told you in the back, yo, man, I don't use that word, snitching. To me, snitching is a criminal term for telling on somebody. And whether they're revealing the truth about something or not, if you're breaking the law, I'm fucking telling.
Yeah,
that's not snitching. You get what I'm saying? Point. So I don't use that terminology because I didn't come from a criminal. Well, my parents, on the other hand, did some shit. Well, I ain't never been in that criminal element, so I don't use that term.
You know what? For me, I get what you're saying. For someone who is a graduate MBA holder, I wouldn't use the word myself. However, there are snitches out there. Fuck that. There are people out there who snitching, and we need to call them out for it, man. It's like certain things that meant to be behind closed doors is being aired out publicly.
Can we give it a manly term?
Okay.
Because here's the thing.
Okay, you tell me.
You're snitching. So let's get the definition of snitching. Like, if you're revealing something that men do in private, that's what you're calling snitching. Okay. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
And you tattletelling. I'm taking
that
shit back to the 80s. 70s.
Now
I'm
you really
my age right now. Tattletelling, nigga.
All right, you tattletelling. But we got to give it a better name than snitching because I'm not a criminal.
All right.
We got to give it a better name than our childhood tattletale.
Okay. What about loose lips? Loose lips, or no? That's not.
I mean, there's just certain things as men we should keep guarded.
I think honestly, we don't stay on code anymore. I don't think. I think men nowadays, especially today's men, this new age of group of men, 30 and under, or even 35 and under, they don't stay on code anymore. It's like everything needs to be aired out for some reason. And I think that tends to ruin a lot of the experience for other people. And now you have this gentleman, I don't know his name, who's Rob, that's in the Passport Bros space. And again, like, let's keep it a buck. Passport Bros is black. Let's keep it a buck from the beginning.
A lot of people are stealing that name. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people came outside. Right. Okay, I was there when the word started, and the word did not start 5 years ago. Passport Bros been out 20 years ago. It's just something that we just kind of kept amongst ourselves. Now, keep in mind, back then it was just us black folks, FBAs.
That's the only word I've ever used within the community is calling some other brother a bruh, bro. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I ain't hear that shit in the white community. I ain't hear it in the Asian community. I only heard it in the black community.
So the Passport Bros started in the black community. It started in the black travel space. That's what it is. Somehow within the past 3 years, it got hijacked. Now everybody is considered a Passport Bro, but let's just keep it a buck. It was all black. And now you have people that don't even belong in our space speaking on behalf of Passport Bros, which doesn't make any sense. And now you have women speaking on behalf of Passport Bros, which doesn't make no fucking sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and address these issues because again, we got a lot of people who do not belong in our space that's been going on for over 20 years, not 5 years, 20 fucking years. Started in the Facebook groups back in 2010, 2008, when people were traveling, going to these places, sharing intel, talking about where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do. This is old. This has been going on for 20 years. I was part of that within the past 20 years. And somehow all these new age dudes and women feel like, hey, they just created something brand new. Dudes been traveling to Colombia 20 years ago. Right. Colombia is not new. We just kept it on the hush. We didn't talk about it.
That's what I mean by keeping it guarded. And when you violate something like that, you're instead of saying tattletaling, this like sisters have a code. They will fucking go to the grave on code with themselves.
They'll go to Jamaica.
Right. But here's the thing. Just say brothers are breaking code when they shoot off at the mouth and start. But again, you got this evil side of it all. It's called YouTube. Brothers trying to make money. They want to get those clicks and views. So then the drama starts coming out. The Jerry Springer side starts coming out. People trying to monetize, what they're doing.
Here's the thing. When we were traveling 10, 20 years ago, we didn't never thought about monetizing it. It was something that, hey, this was our escape for us to go and experience something different. Get out the matrix. That's where the matrix came from. Get out the matrix. It was for you to get your passport and experience something different. That's where everything stemmed from. No one never really tried to monetize it, but somehow 5-6 years, people try to monetize it, selling consultation, webinars and all this bullshit. I'm like, what the heck? Traveling is traveling. There's nothing complicated about traveling. You get your fucking passport, you pick a destination, you do your research, you go, you visit, you have a good time, you bring your ass back home. If you're in a position to become an expat, you go assess the country you want to live, get your visa, move to that country, and live your best life. It's not that complicated. But somehow people feel like, you got to talk to me first before you even go to this country, or you got to know this language. No, you don't. Before I learned Spanish, I was traveling all over Latin America. I didn't know no goddamn Spanish. Shit. We didn't even have fucking YouTube back then. Mm-mm. We had our Kodak the Kodak cameras.
Yeah, the disposable cameras.
Dude.
Or Polaroid. That's it. You had rolls sitting at Kodak or something trying to get developed. And if it was too racy, they were like, no, we can't develop that.
Well, I knew a place in the hood where I could
pay somebody on the side, right?
You pay them on the side, like, hey, listen, you gonna see some suspect. Can I get a copy too? Yeah. But hey, here's $20. Shut the fuck up. Just make sure you just come out clear. That's it.
Right. So, and they stayed in photo albums. They weren't all over the internet and everything. Now that there's the internet, that's the whole thing. Now it's out there.
Here's the thing, man. I remember going to the library getting traveling books.
Right.
If I wanted to learn about a country, I went to the library and got a book about that country, learned about it. So by the time I got there, I kind of had a general idea of what I wanted to do. But really, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have all these experts, so-called experts, giving you the lay down on how to move. We just kind of like, okay, we spoke to other travelers within these Facebook groups. And again, back then, these Facebook groups were infamous.
Right.
This is back when Facebook was like the Wild Wild West, where you could post anything and you didn't get any strikes. Now it's completely changed. So these Facebook groups allowed us to come together to learn about a particular country. So there was a Brazil group, Colombian group, Thailand group, East Africa group, DR group, Cuba group. There was multiple destination groups where you could just go in and join them and learn about that particular country. And you learn by sharing information. That's how we actually got to know about a particular country. And also too, back then, there was a huge emphasis about you showing receipts, meaning that you can't go and speak about a country yet you have no photos, no videos, nothing about from that particular country because you never showed any receipts. So back then, you showing your receipts was big because they show that, okay, yeah, you've been there. But now,
but it was shared within the group, right?
Yeah, it was shared within the group. It was never outside the group. And trust me, we find out the snitches. It's easy to find out because the community was very small. But now you got people that talk about all these traveling, yet never show any of the traveling pictures, travel videos. They constantly do live streams in their couch, in their living room. Don't show no content within that particular country, but yet they're the travel expert. What kind of fuck shit is that? I'm serious, dude.
Hey, take a breath real quick. Let this lady talk. We enough. There's enough testosterone in here. Let's hear from a female. Hold on.
To find a wife because they're passport bros. They're leaving because of what they're finding when they get there. Women in other countries were raised completely differently than women in the Western world. Most had mothers and grandmothers who taught them how to cook, how to care for a home, and how to honor a man. Nobody told them, never trust a man, or nobody taught them to compete with men instead of compliment them. So when a man shows up ready to provide, ready to protect for a foreign woman, a lot of them are very open to receive that. A lot of foreign women actually appreciate it. That's not a low value woman. That's a woman who was never taught to see her femininity as weakness. And look at what that produces. Many other countries that still hold family as the highest value, not career, not independence, not self-love journeys, actually have higher happiness indexes, higher birth rates, and more stable homes. Because when you ingrain in a culture that family is the priority, people actually build families. When you ingrain that career is everything, women delay, they deprioritize, and eventually wonder why they feel so lonely and empty. Meanwhile, American and Western media has spent decades painting men as weak, incompetent, dangerous, and just unnecessary. And then everyone acts shocked when men go somewhere they're actually valued. It was never about the passport. It's about finding a woman who was raised to see a good man as a blessing, not as a threat. And until that changes in the West, men are going to continue looking elsewhere.
Up in a safety room.
What do you think about that? I mean, that's initially what the passport bros said they were going out to do, right? Go find, leave the matrix and find a more fit, feminine woman that cater towards their peace more so.
Well, for me, I never really believed in that. I always
Well, I'm not a passport bro either, but I'm just saying that was the persona of what a passport bro was supposed to be, right?
That was the persona, but I always felt that never lead your travel experience based on a woman. Right. I'm all about self-development, self-empowerment. Go out there, find out who you are as a man, and live your best life. I'm a strong believer in that. I think once you take the time to get to know who you are as a man, find your real purpose in life, the woman will come. When you don't take care of the things that are essential in your life, you have no business to go out there looking for a woman because you're going to find a woman that's going to take advantage of you. So I've always pushed back with the whole passport bros traveling for women and all this shit. I never agree with that. However, I do encourage men to get their passport and see what's out there because, again, a lot of us have been sheltered. And it's amazing how when you open your eyes to different things, it opens your mind and it opens your perspective on what's out there and what you could actually do. So for me, never felt like women were the option for, yes, if you do find a good woman, you decide to wife that person and have a kid and a family, hey, that's more power to you. But take the time to focus on you as a man. And that's what traveling does. Traveling can actually help save a lot of lives if you do it the right way.
Right. I agree with you. I think basically we should be traveling as men, period. It should be ingrained in you to want to, explore, and see what's out there. You shouldn't be wanting to be so fixed in your ways of just being in one environment your whole fucking life.
No,
I don't know where your masculinity is if you don't feel like there should be a challenge in your life to go somewhere that you're not used to being already. Yeah. Where did your drive come from, or where did it go if you don't have that desire to want to explore? F a woman right now because they come and go.
They come and
It's
go.
about you. It's about you. What are you doing for you? You get what I'm saying? Are you living for other people? Are you living for other people's expectations? What are you living for? You're just existing if you're not doing something that interests you.
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of these content creators that's focused so much about traveling women, I'm like, dude, there's more to travel than just fucking women, or
Right.
you know, excuse me. I mean, yeah, you can still do that, but understand that you're doing something that most men in the United States can't do. This whole notion that every man out there is traveling, no, they're not. There's only a small percentage of men that actually have passports, and there's a very smaller percentage of men who could travel on a consistent basis. And there's a very minute percentage of men that could actually live overseas. So this thing that every man is doing that's bullshit. If you're in a position to travel, go out there and see the world for what it is. See what opportunities you could probably get into. If there is an opportunity for you to actually get in a relationship with somebody, explore it. But at the same time, don't be stupid.
Right. Now this brother, he might feel a little bit different than you. Let's listen to a plantation.
This one time. Passport brothers and niggas that go to Colombia, DR, and Brazil and all that shit, I ain't knocking you. Go do what you do. But those places are for niggas that can't get a bad bitch in America. And me, myself, yours truly, Dark Gable, the smooth, mellow fella, the ladies' man, ain't never had a problem in his entire life getting a bad bitch. Not one time. Never been a trick nigga. Never. So I'll be damned if I'm finna spend $2,500 on a flight and trip and a stay to go pay for some goddamn average pussy. No. Keep that shit to yourself. Now go on. I've been to DR. Took my own bad bitch with me though. I'll holler at y'all niggas.
All right, man. Yo, let me cook this motherfucker, dog. Let me cook him, man.
How you feel about that?
I mean, look, you talking to a brother who dated Deltas, AKAs. I dated whites, black, Hispanic, Asians, all living here in the United States. I lived in 4 different states. I traveled a lot. I've been to 43 states, traveling for work. Dude, I was used to dealing with beautiful women, professional women, from doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, graduates, undergraduates. Like I said, AKAs, Deltas, I've done it all. Me traveling to see what's out there does not make me less of a so-called dude with game. Ladies, man. I'm like, bro, the fuck you talking about? And again, it's guys like him that don't understand what's happening outside the U.S. So they make an assumption like, hey, we're going to these third world countries and dealing with women that are barefoot, or like what dirty feet females, that's what they call them. Like all the most negative things you could hear, they try to paint these countries, not knowing that a lot of these countries are very extremely developed and extremely advanced compared to the United States. I've been to over 40 countries, easy. I've been some countries that were okay. I've been some countries that were great. But at the same time, I would never put one country over the other. And this thing about, only weak men go overseas to find women, fuck you, man. It's like, why the fuck you so concerned about what the next man is doing? Like shit like that's some hoe ass shit, man. Like that's some hoe ass shit. Like, why are you concerned with the next man doing? If anything, if a man decides, you know what, I don't want to fuck with American women, I'm gonna go overseas, you should be happy. That's more women for you,
right?
But yet you concerned about what the man is doing overseas. Like, okay, you've been to DR, you had your bad bitch with you. I assume that you probably went to Punta Cana, more than likely. If a single man decided, I'm gonna go overseas and have fun, let him be. Why the fuck you care? And that's something I never understood. Like all these people that talk about, man, what black men are doing, why do you care? You don't want to fuck with him. You never wanted to fuck with that dude. So why do you care now? That's my thought on it.
Yeah. It just amazes me how limited. I've been traveling since I was 2.5, 3 years old, bro. Literally. I've always been bitten by that bug. And even when I didn't travel out of the country, my mom every 3 to 4 years was moving around either the same fucking city or moving from one state to another. I've never had a fixed location in my life until I got into high school. She wanted us to at least graduate from the same high school that we started in. So I've never been fixed to one place at one time. And while I like what Playdog said, he says most men, especially black men, are terrified of flying. Most men, especially black men, are terrified from fucking leaving their own neighborhoods.
Yep.
You live and you're born and you die in those same neighborhoods most of the time. A lot of people don't go anywhere. They're too terrified to go anywhere in the fucking country.
I lived in Chicago, right? I knew dudes from the south side of Chicago, never went to the north side of Chicago. Dudes from the west side of Chicago, never been to the south side of Chicago, literally. And I'm like, dude, Chicago's a massive city. Go out there and see what's out there. Me living in, one thing about living in Chicago, I was exposed to a lot of different ethnic groups. I dated Polish, I dated Russian, I dated fucking blacks, Asians. I mean, dude, but the thing is, people have a very closed mindset. For them to leave their neighborhood and go to another neighborhood that is not black or something that they're accustomed to, they won't do it. So what are the likelihood that this person will get on a plane and go to an unknown country and learn something different, not eat the same goddamn food? Right. It's small. So that's why I always tell people, like, listen, it's not a lot of us out there that's putting in work, traveling, getting these passports. It's a small percentage of us that's actually doing that.
And let's break that down real quick. Everybody talks about this 80-20 rule. You know, 80% of the men ain't getting shit. 20% of the men are producing and reproducing multiple baby mamas and everything else. So even out of that 80% that might not be part of the 20 that go out and get a passport, you brothers that actually go out and do something extra, let's say 5%. That's still 75 of you knuckleheads that are still sitting in your fucking mama's basement or doing whatever you're doing in the United States, marking fucking time. You know, one thing I really did notice when I traveled a lot, especially once I joined the military, I would leave the state that I lived in, the city I lived in, the people I knew, and I would go out and experience so many different things. Like, life was moving really fast. I come back to visit for a weekend or two during a holiday. It looked like everybody was like everybody had just not even fucking moved from when I left. It looked like they were just doing the same thing, marking time, marking your life. You weren't doing shit with it. Well, I was gone doing all these different things, experiencing life, getting new lessons and learning new cultures. I was doing so much. I used to get bored within a week or two of being gone for almost a year, year and a half of being in my home state. I would be bored within maybe a couple days. And I would be struggling to stay that week or 2 weeks because I had been gone and I had my son 100% of the time. I wanted to spend and invest time with my son. If it wasn't for him, man, I'd be in and out. In and out. It just did not seem like life was even desirable after I came back home to where I grew up at. And I'm just talking about when I was in high school. Like I said, I wasn't affixed to anything. But even then, it's like, God damn, y'all still doing this same shit? And you think you have an interesting life? Bruh, if y'all had a moment in my life, you could fucking be like, what the hell?
I just feel like that guy that said that, you know, that guy in the video, he hasn't really truly lived. For him to say that is like, okay, you're kind of stuck in your own little bubble, and you're okay, and you're okay with that. But there are men out there that have a massive bubble where they want to go out there and see what the world has to offer, and it's not for everybody. That man's probably happy staying where he's at and doing local stuff. I'm from Miami, man. I used to watch dudes come to Miami and be, ooh, this is Miami, dog. I'm in South Beach. I'm like, dude, I was raised here. Saying nothing.
Yeah, I thought that's the thing right there. People are so not used to getting certain things. Just like when people travel overseas for the first time and get a home cooked meal or their feet rubbed or something that a woman normally is trained to do for the rest of her whole fucking family. She ain't doing anything out of the ordinary. You're just not used to seeing it.
They're not used to.
So you're thinking she's doing something
it.
extra. That's her programming. You forget. Everybody says you're escaping the matrix is a fucking lie. You're not escaping shit. You're just jumping from one server to another with different rules. Okay?
Finally,
you're not jumping from the matrix. You're not getting out of some false reality and going into another reality. No, you're going from one set of rules to another, whatever country you go to.
Thank you. That's the thing. This whole make believe that, hey, I'm escaping the matrix and going somewhere better. Yeah, it could be better, but it's still a matrix. You just onto someone else's matrix. And it's a big difference when you're there vacationing versus living there. So yeah, the matrix, you don't really escape the matrix, but you just experience something better.
All right. So that's our little rant. Now you ready to get into this reaction? Now, I don't know. You know, this white guy, you know, I don't really have any qualms against him, but I think Homies Hub during his interview pulled out the fact that he was like, yo, don't you feel like you're being used by certain people in order to push this narrative specifically against black men? You know, and so I'm going to go ahead and play this. We're talking about Rob. His name is Robert Eaton. And he just came on actually through IG, but now is getting more popularized on him speaking out about different things that were going on in Colombia, and more readily things that are going on that the Passport Bros are doing specifically. So I'm going to screen share this, and then we're going to get into some of the things he was talking about. Let me know if you guys can't hear it once I start playing it.
Me and you is stupid as shit. Just being honest, you guys that are grown ass men sharing sex videos with each other is fucking stupid. That's what I did when I was 16. But regardless, I didn't have anything to say about it. And but what happened is a group of guys. See, I never, even tonight, I'm getting messages from guys asking me why I'm not going after this person. I don't even know who half of you guys are, right? People are sharing stuff with me that are tired of it, right? Someone started sharing stuff about Melvin Dibbs to me. Like a group of like 3 guys, like, hey, this guy is fucking just ridiculous. You got to say something. And I was like, whatever, fuck it. You know what? All these people are sending to me. I'll say something. So I said something about Melvin, right? And then what happened is a group of guys came into a WhatsApp group, right? Band up together to get my account shut down. Okay. Thought that shit was funny. And then on top of that, Melvin decided that he was going to go and try and harass my wife. And you cross the fucking line. Right, that now it's like, you know what?
Yeah, right there. I would have a problem with that. You know, what has my family got to do with you?
I'll be the first one to say that within the travel space, there are a lot of weird ass dudes in the travel space. A lot of incels, non-traveling weirdos in the travel space. It's always been that way, and those are the ones that don't travel at all. They're quick to do stupid shit like that. Now, This is my first time hearing his side. The fact that someone tried to attack his wife, try to take down his channel, then yes, he's justified to do the stuff that he was doing. But my problem is that why you're only targeting the black content creators or black men that's traveling to Colombia,
right?
Not the white men that's doing all. And not
we're gonna play into that, and he's gonna answer that question for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue it.
I was going to just, you know, be on my way and get back to what I was doing. But if you guys want to kind of act like that, I'll just come after all of you now. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So that's the motivation. I'm not a Fed, bro. I got a criminal record. I'm not a Fed, right? I have my motivation is simple. You fuck with me and you fuck with my family, then I'm going to come after you. It's that simple. So I'm going to continue just to expose behavior. The women that are drugging guys will get called out. The guys that are doing goofy stuff. Look, I got to go on my TikTok tonight and see a woman that see me with my son call me a pedo. I'm sick of the bullshit, just like so many other guys are. And then I see in your thread where guys are talking about I'm targeting black guys. I'm not targeting black guys, but let's just call what it is. Look at all the streams. Look at all the Facebook groups. Look at all the shit that's going on. They happen to be oftentimes led by black guys. False. Where the single white guys are doing the pedo.
False. The problem is that every race or group of men have their own WhatsApp group. It just happens that he probably has access to the black men WhatsApp groups. But every other traveling racial group have their own WhatsApp group that's probably showing some real shit. But he's focused on black men. And it sucks because it sucks to see black men getting pulled over in Colombia and getting turned away. My son just got back from Colombia. He went there for 4 days. He was in Medellin. He had a great time. No
Yeah, no
problem.
problem.
No police didn't harass him. He didn't get
Wait.
stopped.
And your son does have dreads, right?
He has no look. He's 6'4".
So he
Big
stands
ass
out
deep-
even.
Yeah, he stands
Yeah.
out. 6'4", defensive tackle, big brawly.
So when you saying somebody is profiling you based on a look, but yet and still your son can go down there.
and he has dreads with blonde tips. That's crazy. He looked like a goddamn predator. I mean, the Predator, the
Yeah, I
movie
get
show.
it. The Predator
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. I mean, dude is a big guy, and his friends play ball too. So imagine seeing 4 or 5 big dudes, 6'3" and above, in Medellin. No one. They came back home fine. They partied. They had a great time. No drugging, no robbing, no police harassing them, no airport issue.
So
They went
then
in.
Here's the $1 million question. If your son and his crew can do it, they're athletes, and they've been able to go down and hold themselves to a respectful manner to where they're not being, pinpointed or profiled in any way, the way they look. Would you have to say it's the YouTuber or the person putting out the message that maybe these issues are there? Or were your sons hanging out in the wrong area? Like,
No,
did they
one
go
thing
where the streetwalkers were? Where did they go?
Yeah, one thing is, before my son and his friends went, I actually sat down with them. We did a video call, and I told them the do's and don'ts. I've been traveling to Medellin since 2014. I know Medellin inside out. I know Colombia. I've been to 7 cities in Colombia. I know Colombia very, very well. I even took my damn fiance at the time to Colombia, and we had a great time together. I sat them down and I told them, hey, listen, this is what you need to follow. This is what you need to avoid. And they actually followed it. I told many other men to do the same exact thing. They decided to move with their dicks and get into some shit. But he actually listened to me and is like, listen, you can still go to El Poblado. You can still go to Populares and hang out at the park. You can still go to Calle 23 and Laureles. He went there. He hung out at Jenny Lau. Dude, he had a great time. No issues. But somehow other men are traveling there. They're getting jammed up. I don't know why. Are they doing something? Are they saying something? Or are they moving around with their cameras in their hands? I don't know. But I told my son straight up, only take out your phone out unless you only when you need to use the phone. If you're not using the phone, put the phone away. Do not wear any jewelry. Now you can wear your Jordans. You guys are tall and big. Nobody ain't gonna really fuck with y'all like that because our football players. But don't put anything out there that's gonna make you look like a target. They went there for 4 to 5 days, came back home safe. And they were like, man, we got to go back. I'm like, go to another country. Go to Rio now. Time for you to explore other countries. Yeah, I mean, because I don't want them to get stuck on stupid
idea.
Yeah, like, nah, bro. It's like, okay, you experienced Medellin. Now go to Rio. After Rio, fucking go to Thailand. You know what? After go to Europe. Like, don't get stuck on one place. Don't do that. And that's it, man.
All right, let me jump to the part where he brings up Robert himself being weaponized against brothers. And then we can skip around and do some other things here real quick. I think it's 54.
But my issue is this, okay. My issue is this: why he's not addressing all the white men that's traveling to Colombia that are pedos. Why he's not addressing that? Actually, just recently in Bogota.
Oh, he said he did. He did it. He said he did.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he was going after at first. And then Mentuition, I believe, and some others started.
Mentuition, man, bro. I'm sorry, man. These two brothers, man. Yeah, I don't want to offend you, but y'all could be the two dumbest motherfuckers out there, man. Like, your channel's been shut down more than once because you talk about things that you had no business talking about on YouTube. Talking about prices, where to meet pros and all this stuff. Man, listen, there's certain things that don't need to be discussed openly. Discuss it in your WhatsApp group, but discuss in your own little forum, but bring it onto a platform such as YouTube and talking about it openly. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. And that's why their channel got cut down so many goddamn times. They start over their channel multiple times, and now they're in Rio selling boat rides for $500 or some shit. I don't know. It's like dudes are paying money to get on a yacht with a bunch of pros. Why the fuck am I paid $200, $300, $400 to be on a boat with a bunch of prostitutes? Why?
By the way, shout out to Homies Hub. He's the one that provided the content. That's why I'm letting him, why the Cash App is available. If you want to hit his Cash App, you're more than welcome. It's his content we're using tonight, right along with, we'll be on Mariah's Sincere in a little while. But
I'm just saying, you got a lot of.
If you like their content, if you don't, that's up to you. I just wanted to play the interview and this guy's perception of what he's feeling like he's doing right or wrong.
I'm just saying this, guys, for all my new travelers out there, you have no business paying anyone $300, $400, $500 to experience something in the country, especially in Brazil or Colombia, where your dollar is 6 times stronger in that country. If anyone tells you got to pay $300, $400 to get on a boat ride, you a dumb motherfucker, dog. I'm sorry, because the thing is, a lot of that shit you could pay a fraction of the cost when you're there in that country. You don't have to go through another American. You could just use the local route and pay a fraction of that cost. And also, too, man, listen, if they pushing the party like that, more than likely the girls are pros, man. 99% chance the girls are pros. If you're trying to find a good woman, you're not gonna find it that way. The only way you're gonna find good women if you immerse yourself into the culture, you get into the life of that country.
But see, brothers ain't got that kind of time, and they ain't got that kind of money or resources.
All right, then cool. If you got 3 days to spend, all right, yeah, go ahead and spend that $400. That's you. My thing is,
right, but I mean, don't most of those cities that have tourists, don't they already have pre-planned boat rides and yacht rides?
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to overpay.
You don't have to worry about an American setting it up for you. What's going to be the difference besides maybe it done incorrectly?
There's no difference, guys. Listen, a lot of these places they have tourist destinations where you could just show up and pay a fraction of the cost. If you have to go through a middle person, trust me, they're getting their cut off of your ass. And if you're paying for any type of boat ride with chicas in them, listen, they're all pros, man. They there to get paid. And that's just point blank stupid. If you want to really experience something, I mean, now granted, if you want to experience that, go ahead and do it. But I've been traveling to Brazil since 2017. I've done a lot of stuff in multiple cities, in São Paulo, Bahia to Rio, and I will never ever use a American third middleman to show me a good time in that particular country. I don't need you. You got ChatGPT nowadays. You got fucking internet. You got all this rich information that you could just go out and look it up yourself and have a good time. But motherfuckers are lazy, man. So hey, fuck you deserve to get fucked over.
Now I've seen the chat. I'm reading the chat sideways, but I'm not necessarily going to address everything. But the theory is right now, this brother's wife, and I don't want to talk about this white guy's wife. I don't want to bring up this guy's wife or talk about her and her background or anything like that. But I mean, you put her out there for her to be. Look, I have a lady here, right? How often do you see her besides drop off a drink or two and step out or wave and say hi? She ain't in that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not involving her in that life.
If it's a girl that's drugging someone or if it's a guy doing stupid stuff at this point. So, but in terms of the passport bros, this started when, a group of passport bros asked me to call guys out. I called a guy out. And then you tried to come after me. You try to go after my family. So now you get that now, and that's where we're at.
I don't blame him.
Well, yeah. So like I said, I've been following you for a while. You never had smoke for Passport Bros up until I saw you were going back and forth with them. So let me ask you this question because you seem like a pretty smart guy. You don't think any part of you is kind of being like weaponized against other people? Like, prime example. Maybe I don't like men's tuition. Let me send you a bunch of their shit and tell you to, just to get that excitement. You don't think there's no part of you that like people are like trying to manipulate the situation like for entertainment?
Absolutely, they are 100%. Like I said, right? I don't even know. I even remember when the first time I heard about you, like you were like making a video, like maybe like I heard about your show from someone else telling me. Tonight I'm walking home. They're like, yo, why are you calling out men tuition, man? When there's this guy and that, people are feeding me people all the time. Right. So I'll just look into it. But at this point, like, hey,
Look,
Look,
sounds like some snaky backdoor fucking female bullshit.
that's the travel space, though. It's been like that for years. Look, a lot of dudes been like backdooring other men for their women. I've seen that happen literally multiple times. People who's been in this space for more than 5 years will tell you a lot of dudes are snakes, man. They'll do shit like they see you with a girl, they'll go behind your back and say something to that person or even try to get her. I seen that happen. Now
I've heard about that. Yeah,
it's common in this space.
or
It's very
dude
common.
can ask you, hey, when you leave, can I get her information? You know,
I mean,
lazy ass motherfuckers, man. I swear to God.
My thing is, once you start attacking another man's wife, regardless of what her profession was, that's still his wife. And I think a lot of people, that's the thing about the internet, man. That's why I don't really do well with this back and forth shit, because I would rather put my hands on you before we go back and forth. I ain't doing that, man. People will say shit out of pocket because they know they got a fucking internet or a TV or monitor screen in front of them. They will never fix their mouth to say that shit face to face. So regardless of this man, is married to a semi-pro or a pro, whatever her profession is, you still got to respect him as a man, and that's his wife. But a lot of men, that's the thing about social media. People want to talk their shit, not knowing that, listen, I can still find you and you can still get touched.
Not to say that some of your ancestors were bottom hoes too.
But I'm just saying, so honestly, now that I'm hearing this, fuck yeah, get them. Get them. Because the thing is, like, listen, there's a big difference. If you're attacking a man, you're attacking a man. When you start attacking his family, his kids, his wife, I mean, all right, now that tells me the type of man you are. If you got to attack a man's wife or his children, regardless what her profession was, you don't touch that. But again, due to social media, people want to talk their shit, not knowing that, listen, man, these travel streets are really small. I could bump into you in one of these countries because I bump into No Excuse. I bump into Zoe, International Zoe. I bump into a lot of people, content creators, while traveling. So you got to be mindful before you start talking your shit. There's a good possibility that you may meet that person one day, and that person has every right to go upside your head and put your ass in the hospital.
Into the same big five because y'all don't want to explore the rest of the planet.
Shit, I'll say the big three. The big three. Go to fucking DR, Colombia, and Brazil. Dude, the likelihood of me bumping into you are very high. Especially if you're going to the same exact city, going to the same clubs, going to the same beach area. Oh, yeah, we're going to meet each other. And trust me, I've seen fights. I've seen men fight overseas. I've seen men fight in Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, DR. So Sasua, that's a lot of the fights I've seen. So again, just be mindful how you talk to a man, especially about his family, because again, he has every right to attack you guys.
Let's finish this up and then we'll switch over to the other one.
I'm working with the mayor. B, like, he has a plan. I'm trying to help him out. And like we're already deep enough into it now where we're just gonna keep going and finish what needs to be done. But yes, people are trying to use me, right, to play their game. That's what I told the guy tonight. Hey, you asking me what I'm doing? What the fuck are you doing? Are you calling anybody out, or are you just in my DMs waiting for me to call out whoever you need called out?
Cowards.
But see, what's the actual benefit of calling people out when, like I said, you live here in Medellin and you know that there's heavy sex commerce here that's probably led more by the Colombians than foreigners? Mm-hmm. So why go after the passport bro YouTubers when there's really there's no real change happening here on the ground?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, A, there is change happening on the ground. B, like the sex tourism isn't even the problem. And that's what guys don't seem to understand, that there is no issue with guys going and paying for sex. Shit, I don't even give a fuck about guys paying for sex. I've made it clear. I've done it in the past, bro. I'm not some guy that's fucking going out trying to blast guys for things that I've done. What the government does not want, what the locals do not want, is people glorifying it, exploiting people, bringing into the light what's supposed to be in the dark. You're a grown-ass man. Shut the fuck up about paying $100 for the hooker, bro, and act right. Like, that's what they're tired of, and it is going to get shut down.
How many times we have to say that? Dude, now you got a white man having to say it, and y'all giving that dude more energy than the brothers that have been telling you from the jump. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, when I was saying this shit in a lot of these groups, I say, stop talking about it. They were calling me a hater. I'm like, calling me a hater? I've been doing this shit way before you did. But he's right. A lot of these places, that tourism is not tourism. That's for the locals. You're benefiting from that because you're traveling to that country. But understand that they've been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years with no issues. But all of a sudden, because you want clicks and views, you want to bring out your little fucking camera out and record everything. They've been doing this shit. Dude, when I was out there in 2013, that shit was happening. This shit is not new. But somehow, you content creators thinking like, oh, this is brand new. I got to get the information out, let everybody know. You got to go to Medi. Look at this. I paid $20. Why? Like, why do you need to talk about that if the locals don't talk about it? And that's the problem. And this is where we get accustomed and blown up the spot. There's certain things that don't need to be said, man. It's just like, yo, okay, if they go on there, they'll probably experience it. But for you to record it and talk about it on the live streams, put it on YouTube, and showing like, you know, I don't know, man. And that's why I think Medellin is the way it is now, because it wasn't like that in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. No, 2020. That's when everything changed. The pandemic hit. And you had all these little content creators doing walking videos, showing like, you know, the host strolls. And that's when people got intrigued. And people started talking about, I paid $15, $20. Like, really? Like, what's the point of you talking about that? There were brothers traveling way before that, never talked about it. But I think it's the new age of men, the new crop of men that never done shit, feel the need that they need to brag about everything they do. Right. And it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I mean, until enough people get slapped up and thrown in jail, aka Floyd, aka whoever the hell gets snapped up, then it's all the fun and games out the fucking window. Now you're in a whole nother country, you can't speak the language, and you need help by lawyer and everything else, money, because I know y'all didn't go down enough to fight a whole fucking criminal case for doing something stupid that you could possibly get away with in America. It ain't America.
And another thing, man, these WhatsApp group, again, I've been part of the WhatsApp group when WhatsApp started. I was there from the beginning. What's the point of you recording yourself smashing somebody and sharing to other people you don't know?
But some of these dudes got OnlyFans, family page. These dudes are selling sex on OnlyFans.
At least,
so other dudes are paying to watch these dudes after they done paid to fly them there. Screw some of these ugly ass hags.
At least back then, brothers had the decency to blur the face. Now, dudes just all in it in the video, like showing everything and putting in these unknown WhatsApp groups. Yeah. they put in these unknown WhatsApp groups, not knowing that these videos on WhatsApp are being shared across multiple WhatsApp groups. And now that video has the possibility of getting back to that person.
Right.
And it's just like, I mean, at least blur the face. At least do that. But you're not doing that because, hey, you're cocky. You know, hey, I enjoyed it. You know, I'm putting on these WhatsApp groups. It's being shared across the network. And now it's like now the mayor has it. Now,
here's the thing. A lot of you guys, you don't understand. A lot of these girls are coming into town just to make money and go back to their little provinces and live their little quiet lives. They need to make money because the economy sucks and a whole bunch of other factors come into that. They're not professional hoes like that. Some of them come into town just because they know it's going to be a mad rush over a fucking holiday. I know back in the day in the Philippines, a longer pole would blow up like fucking Las Vegas. You got 5 ships with about 15,000 freaking Navy and Marines coming off that ship. You don't think they called in girls from out in the other provinces to come in and fill up that town because they knew those ships are going to be there for at least a week or two? Bars made their money, the girls made their money, and they shuffled on home.
I'll say this, guys. If you guys think Medellin is fun now, it was amazing back then, man. When, like, literally no one didn't know who you were. It's like you being an American was like a novelty for them. It's like, hey, they never met a Black American before. That's how it was back then. You didn't have to worry about getting drugged or robbed. I mean, it probably happened, but the likelihood was probably small. Dude, I remember staying at the Blux and Energy apartment building for $25 a day. Bro, I mean, I think that was like the best time because I was able to experience people for what they were. No one didn't really want to take advantage of you. They wanted to show your city. I remember Community 13 before it had the damn escalator. And people like want to show you around and show you the culture and everything. You can still smash in the process, but it's not how it is now. Now it's a come up. How many bodies been found dead in Medellin? Again, I've been to multiple cities. I took my fiance, who's now my wife, glamping in Medellin. We spent 3 days in Medellin, then we went to Guadalupe, spent 3 days at Bosco, glamping experience, had a great time. But now it's just like Medellin is getting so much of a negative light because what's been happening. But at the same time, I saw the change happening. I saw it, and I knew like, all right, I'm done with Colombia. I've done 7 cities, so it's time for me to move on. I moved on. Right. But yeah, it's just I think he's right. That white guy is right, man. There's some things you don't need to post, you don't need to talk about, and I think the city's just trying to clean his image, but it's kind of a little too late for that.
I mean, I think we said this even with DR with the cruise line culture that wanted to come in, but they needed to clean up their act a little bit before they would come in and start porting there on a regular basis. They needed to cut back on their crime before they could come in and start that going, get that going.
And one thing is like I want to like really want to touch on is that this whole thing about a country is dead. No country is dead. Understand, like people don't realize how massive Colombia is. Colombia is the same size as Texas. There's so many different provinces that people don't go to, man. And you could actually experience Colombia for what it is. Colombia is beautiful, man. But people get stuck on a park or a clock tower. That's it. That's all they know. A clock and a park. A clock tower and a park. That's all they know. Same thing for DR. All they know is Sosua. They don't know there's so many other areas. Brazil, all these countries. There's so many other areas. So when people say, "Hey, the country is dead," like, no, it's not. Just move around, rent a car, go to another city, go to another province. You probably get a whole different experience, probably a whole way better experience. But people too fucking lazy, man. They get stuck on one little area, and that's it. They want to claim it as kings and queens, and it's just like, dude, there's more to the country than that damn park and clock tower. So no country's never dead, man. Just move around. Go ahead. My bad.
We're going to switch over to our new introduction to Mariah Sincere. She's been making noise here lately. And in the Black male travel space, which is, to me, unfathomable. Why are you guys listening to a female? Why is she influential to you when this is a Black male space? You didn't get enough of that at home that you need to now hear from a woman coming from America and another country. But hey, I'm gonna let you see how she likes to talk about y'all, even when she's not trying to be cordial. Hold on.
Y'all, the girls are upset, baby. The girls are mad. Oh my God. The girls are mad. What up, y'all? It's your girl Mariah Sincere, and I'm back with another bomb live. For those of y'all who are new to my channel, I'm an American woman who has been living abroad for 2 years in Colombia, and now I'm in the Dominican Republic. Okay. So for those of y'all who don't know, I just went on Razor Ray's channel, and I just had a whole fallout between me. Well, it wasn't really a fallout because we was already falling out between me, the Homies Hub, and Mentuition's channel. Okay. So I'm going to react to the whole entire live that I did on Razor Ray. Not the entire. I'm gonna start from the beef when Mentuition came on there, and then I'm gonna respond to the panel afterward. Now let me be very, very clear. You cannot use information against me that I put out there. Do you understand? You weak ass, hoe ass, lame ass niggas. Should I be cussing this soon into the live? Probably not.
That's your first impression of Mariah Sincere. What's your impression off of that? Where's that femininity at? Where is that energy coming from?
I mean, I watched some of her videos, live streaming. I mean, it gets boring. I don't know. I have no issues with her, man. It's just like, you know, hey, she's capitalizing on the space. I mean, she has the looks for it. So dude's gonna, like, again, that people that don't travel may probably value her information, but what she talks about is basic stuff, man. I'm like, okay, nothing new. Yeah. And again, at the end of the day, I don't see receipts, man. So,
but the whole thing is basic stuff that men should be talking to other men about. But nobody needs a fucking another mother in a space trying to tell y'all how to live. What are y'all doing? Why are you giving this energy?
Like I said, it's a different generation of men. Different generation of men. Lucky I raised my son, my oldest son, and he's able to do what he's doing. But yeah, the stuff she talks about is real basic stuff. For someone that never been to Colombia, they probably think that it's great information, but it's really basic, low-level information. But she's all right. I mean, she's beefing with a lot of men in the space, which I don't get. It's like,
well, her content changed. If you go back and look at her channel 5 months ago, it wasn't the same content. But once you hit on an algorithm, once you start getting the popularity starting to grow behind it, and then you found that space, that niche where people like the drama. This is why we're talking about passport bros or drama bro.
That's why I can't do it, man. I can't do these
live
live streams
into the drama part.
I can't do it, man. And that's why, like, you know, when people want to, like, you know, people talk shit in the comments, or people want to come on and talk they shit, like, dude, I don't do well with that. So I'm a walk away and fall back. But her information, most of the guys' intuition information, and even Homie Hub information is really basic stuff, man. I'm like, okay, nothing new. I mean, maybe it's great information for someone that never traveled before, but someone who's been putting in work for years, that's basic low-level information. And to go back and forth with men that don't like you, as a woman, you're wasting your time and energy. But then again, you see an opportunity to make money off of it.
Yeah, I'm queuing up another spot but that's your first. And this is her talking to a room full of guys. I guarantee you 95% of the guys that are in that chat right now are males.
Different countries, and what I'm realizing is that a lot of these guys, like other guys, they're on YouTube to meet other men, and that's what it is.
I've been saying anytime you spend it, here's the thing, because I say if you're out here indulging in pay for play, you should be doing that for you. Why are you in a group sharing pornography that you made with a prostitute with other men? Why are you recording these women and sharing it in these group chats? Why are you trying to impress other men? You should be doing that for you. Why must you do it with the purpose of bragging to other men? And then this whole conversation of y'all are simping for a woman if y'all watch her, if y'all give her super chats, that already lets me know that subconsciously you are attaching these super chats to sex and sexuality. So why does that only apply to me and it doesn't apply when a man is sending you a super chat? And this is what it comes down to: jealousy. Men like that are very upset that women like me don't have as difficult of a time in the world as they do, or so they perceive, because everybody has their own struggles. But they wish they could just wake up a bad bitch one day, but they can't. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't understand half of what she was talking about. You know, it's just a whole bunch of double talk.
You have to understand, a lot of dudes out there are thirsty, man. So they see a pretty girl. I mean, I don't know what her size is. She looked kind of.
Oh, I sent you a picture on the WhatsApp, bro.
You did? Okay.
You know, Fearless had to show me the other half, and I was like, oh Lord, I'm not gonna bring it up because I don't want to talk about it. But Fearless said it.
But she's cute though. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's not cute.
There's a lot of cute women in the face, and then you go downward.
I'm not gonna say all that, man. I mean, look, I'm
saying.
gonna be nice. She's cute, so I think a lot of guys will like to see a cute woman in the male space, but a
cute woman chastising you and your lifestyle.
Understand this. Wait, Roland. But understand which platforms she's going to have these discussions. These are the same platforms that are known for bullshit. Let's keep it a buck, man. She's going to platforms that's known for drama. She's not going to come on a platform that's have respectable men that want to talk about traveling. She's not going to do that. But a space like where dudes want to talk their shit and push back, yeah, that's going to get a lot of views. And right now, that's the hot topic, man.
You know what the bad thing about all this is? When you get the Z ladies in the world and everybody else trying to be detractors from all the negative parts, all they're going to do is seek out this type of information to pull from, and that's what they use as examples of bad behavior. It just gets amplified by this type of media. You get what I mean?
I don't know too much about her content. I mean, I've watched a couple of her live streams. I mean, I get nothing out of it, but someone that never traveled before and seeing a pretty girl talk about traveling and women, hey, she gonna draw their attention.
Oh, I'm not hating on that. You do whatever you want. I just don't understand the mentality of men that would follow. And this is what I'm talking about with the 80-20. That's that 75% that sit at home and can't see anything better than looking at her and listening to what she's saying.
How many times we had brothers?
And I'm not hating on it. I'm just like, brothers, y'all got to get outside.
Well, you have to understand how many times we have brothers like Frontier, Financial, Fearless, yourself, other brothers who put in work in the travel space, have been around the world, showing people how to make money, how to work remotely, how to do things in these countries. No one doesn't care. They don't care about that shit. We're teaching dudes how to make money, how to live overseas, how to find someone to get married.
Passport bros or drama bros. What's selling in the space right now?
They don't want to hear that.
The drama.
They don't want to hear that. They want to hear fuck shit. They want to hear fuck shit. So guess what? That's going to get the views. When we talk about life as a digital nomad, making money, getting contracts, being like Frontier Financial Frontier, who's out there in Europe, fucking driving a Porsche or a Lamborghini, like, I don't know what it is. Motherfucker be changing cars, goddamn, every day. But I'm just saying.
Shout out to my boyfriend.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Like, you got brothers in this space that's putting in work, that's out there making shit happen. Guess what? They get no views because we're not talking about fuck shit. We're not talking about it. But the good thing is I'm seeing other content creators, black male content creators, such as Lord Wilmerson. I love that dude, man. I love his content. I tell my son to follow that dude. I want you to move just like him. Because he's showing the real deal how to travel. It's not focused solely about fucking.
Yeah, but you understand, I mean, even with him, I looked at some of his content too. When he goes somewhere, he's very familiar not only with the place, but he's already in contact with certain people, whether he had prior relationships with them. He developed a circle of trust that every time he goes somewhere, he is received well. He already has things itineraried. And like yourself, you got 5 itineraries at plan A, B, and C.
Yep.
Goddamn, based on the weather. That's the way you travel, I know. But what I'm saying is he has points of contact. He has relationships that maybe he was developing 2 trips before he even got to that one. He was already putting in work, talking to him offline or whatever, so that when he came in, it moved smoothly. Never seen that dude run into any problems yet.
Nope. But the thing is, it's like he's getting good viewership. I mean, he's finally over 100,000 subscribers. His content is amazing. But
that's the kind of guy I can see getting a sponsorship by somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Because of the type of content he puts out. And it's not grimy. It doesn't have to be grimy.
I want to give a special shout out because you made that comment about me having plan A, B, C, D, E, and F. A brother in this travel space taught me that. Shout out to Bacchus. He taught me how to.
I saw him up there.
Bacchus taught me how to like really take my travel to a whole new level. So now when I travel, I have a plan A, plan B, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. So every day I already know exactly what I'm gonna do. If this shit doesn't pan out, I already got plan B. So guys, if you really want to have a great time in your travels, do your research, man.
Even in relationships, man. When I came here, you think I was stuck on one? I had a plan A, B, C, a plane ticket to Cambodia. If that shit didn't work out, I mean, come on, bruh. I don't come unprepared. But it just seems like a lot of us, a lot of our young men go somewhere unprepared, and that's where you get a lot of this fucking e-begging bullshit too. But let me go ahead and play this part of her talking about her real life.
Now, let me be very clear. I have told y'all that I used to be a dancer. This is information I put out. I went on my tuition channel, and I am the one that put out that I had a relationship with a man that I met in Cartagena. At this point, I was not green. They already showed me and told me everything that was really going on. That man did not lie to me about anything he had previously engaged in. And this is what I want to say. If you think that a woman, first of all, a lot of men have done pay for play at some point in their life, whether or not they traveled to do it or whether or not they did it in the United States. So let me ask you a question, Homies Hub. Do you feel like because you've done pay for play that you were unworthy of any type of relationship or love from a woman? Because that's what it's coming off of. What it sounds like is you're shaming me because I chose to be non-judgmental and give and accept somebody's honesty and give them an opportunity to show me something outside of that. So what are you saying about you if you're trying to shame me as a woman for saying, you know what, I'm actually gonna look past that?
All right, so that's her revealing who she is and talking about the discrepancy that her and Homie Hub have been going it back with. Okay. What I want to say at this point is, look, there is nothing wrong with having a debate. There's nothing wrong with having discord within the debate. When you start using shaming tactics, you start using words and things that don't need to be used in the debate is when you start losing. When you lose your frame of who you're supposed to be or what your persona is supposed to be, that's when you start losing. So, you know, the only thing I can say with this young lady is she has lost her frame multiple times on different things from not only her own show, Razor Rays. I first came across her when Love Crossing Borders highlighted her and brought her on his show. And she was a very professional young lady. And obviously, you know when you can act up and when you can't. You know what room you can go into and be very cordial about how you address things. You know, certain things that in Lions Den we're not going to tolerate. You can go in the fucking Razor Rays room and fucking wreak havoc. It's just not going to go down in certain rooms that way. So I can get, you can come outside yourself or you can break form or whatever. What I know that most men are traveling for is peace and femininity. Okay. You either have that or you don't. You don't break form and start showing a masculine side. You don't break form and start insulting men and think that's feminine. You can have an argument. You can disagree. But when you start going into a masculine form and motherfucker this and motherfucker that, and yes, I cuss my ass off, but not at somebody. You know what I mean? So when we're looking at the type of women that you want to look for, that you resonate towards, and you say that brings you peace, why would you as men be drawn to that type of energy? That's the part I don't understand. And that's why maybe even myself and Black Man Travels, after a couple minutes, we're like, yo, man, I can't sit here and hear that. All I start hearing is like Charlie Brown, womp, 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 womp. I tune out because it reminds me so much of my past. Why would I want to continue to deal with that? Yeah, the panel's going to open here in a minute. So how do you feel about that, Black Man Travel?
I mean, like I said, I have nothing against this woman.
I don't either. Beside her frame.
I've only watched a few live streams with her. Like I said, for someone who's been living in Colombia and now is in DR, I don't see receipts. I'm really big on receipts. So you're just another person that talks on the live stream about traveling, but doesn't show receipts. So that's all I see.
And I'm just going to play this last part because somehow she feels like she has some kind of psychological degree in understanding men because of her prior position in life. I don't get how you think you know all men because of that.
Now it's just support. No, it don't work that way. Either it's support, and if it's support, it should be gender neutral. And if it's tricking, then now you're accusing these men of engaging in gay behavior. The funny thing is, strippers are some of the best women to be best friends with. Reminds me of a couple. Oh yeah, they are. Strippers be cool. Strippers be cool. They understand male psychology, so you can just be straight up and don't have to hide anything. Yeah, no, that's true. When a stripper settle down, let me tell you something. When a stripper settle down, stripper gonna be the best wife. I mean, stripper gonna be the best wife. When stripper settle down, as a matter of fact, some of the girls that I work with, they had husbands and they were happy and all.
Why wouldn't she say it that way? Because
you know what? Strippers understand certain things that a lot of other women don't get.
She believes that.
That's what I'm trying to tell.
I mean, hey, that's how she feels, man. That's one thing I don't do. I'm not gonna argue with somebody. It's like, if you believe that, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. Hey, there's a guy named Play Dog. Can you put his comment up?
Yeah, hold on one second. Which one? The last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black Men Travels. Ain't nobody in the chat talking about you. So why are you getting all sensitive? Am I getting sensitive, Roland?
Not that I heard of. Play Dog, what do you
This
say?
is what I'm talking about, man. I'm like,
I know Play Dog. He's a cool dude. I don't think
I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't know who he is, but no, I'm good, bro.
Anything right now.
By
the way, I'm giving the link.
Yeah. Play Dog, man. Just come on, jump on the live, man. Let's talk, man. Because I don't even know where that shit came from. But yeah. I mean, in regards to the wife, I mean, strippers being the best wives, I don't know. She's entitled to that.
I mean, I've had stripper friends, but I wouldn't call them somebody I would settle down with. I already know what it is.
I mean, for her to say that while being single, that's kind of ironic. So it's like, I don't know. Like, what was the position of her even saying that? Because she understand men better?
Well, I guess somebody in her comment was saying something about how strippers make good partners or good friends because they understand the male psychology, being that they've sat in front of so many men,
but you're getting paid for it
into their pockets because they're getting paid for it.
You were getting paid for it.
Get that, right? You got to understand male psychology while you're trying to pull dollars out their pocket.
And more than likely, you probably had a few drinks already. So it's like, I mean, let's not go there. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but let's not go there. So anyone's gonna jump on the live stream, man?
Yeah. Anybody's more than welcome to jump on the live stream at this point. I see our brother real quick just jumped up here, but I gotta play my famous disclaimer before we let anybody on the panel. But I see you down there, Passport Blueprint. And while I play this, anybody else wants to join, I'll bring you guys up after that.
Play Dog.
Before we step off, this is the Ronin Travelers Podcast disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this show are for commentary, discussion, education, and entertainment purposes only. Nothing said here should be taken as legal, financial, medical, military, or professional advice. We discuss culture, travel, relationships, current events, history, business, and life through the lens of experience, discipline, and strategic observation. Some conversations may include strong opinions, hard truths, or uncomfortable perspectives. That does not mean every guest, caller, panelist, or platform involved agrees with every statement made. On this channel, we believe in doing no harm, thinking clearly, and leaving systems better than we found them. We speak from lived experience, but we also encourage every listener to verify information, do their own research, and make responsible decisions. This is not a battlefield. This is a briefing room. So listen with discernment. Think with discipline. Move with purpose. Welcome.
Everything is loaded.
To Ronin Travelers.
I'm headed your way. Is everything ready?
Check your gear. Clear your mind. Step forward with purpose. The mission continues. Let's get locked in. Ronin Travelers. Let's go! Get after it!
All right. It is now open panel time. I got two brothers in the back, both respected travelers. Passport Blueprint and Financial Frontier are both here. Welcome to the panel. I see my brother is back home out of the Swiss Alps, driving a Porsche 911 all over the damn mountainside. What's going on, brothers?
What's up?
What's good?
Not much. So we got Passport Bros or Passport Drama Bros?
Oh, definitely drama.
You going right there, huh? You said that so unemotionally, like, yeah, definitely drama.
It's just
come on, man. You gotta give me
annoying.
some more. Give me some more. Give me some more than just yet.
It's just annoying. And, something that Kunal just said that's correct. People like myself and Financial, we put out so much good content that, that's essential for us when we travel, but no one goes and listens to us, but they go listen to the dumb shit. And that's where the problem comes in. And it's just like, it's drama. It's not anything about traveling. It has nothing to do with passport stuff because we're the ones that's giving them the proper information. I go and research stuff and I tell them about my experience overseas and stuff. I barely get maybe even 5 or 6 people in my lives, but everybody want to go to deal with this drama stuff. That's not traveling. And then all the stupid stuff that's going on with guys videotaping, women, doing, the adult stuff, without them knowing it, That's basically revenge, what.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And these people are gonna get themselves in trouble. So
a lot of countries
let them
very
continue to do it.
illegal.
When they get in trouble, they own it. I did lives on us being monitored when we go through airports and all this other stuff and the technology that's out there. If they don't want to listen to that stuff, then fine. Let them get caught out there and let them get locked up. I don't care at this point. I don't care anymore. It's about me traveling right now. And people who want to listen to get that good information about traveling, they feel free to jump on my channel.
Welcome, Financial Frontier. What do you say? Drama Bros or Passport Bros?
What's goody? Now I'm saying
Good,
Passport
man.
Bros. I always got to keep it positive, man, and optimistic. So I'm going to say Passport Bros all day, every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to just say that. But yeah, is there some drama? Yeah, for sure. But definitely I would say everybody's innocent until proven guilty. So I don't know these claims about what people are doing on WhatsApp and If it is, report them to the appropriate authorities, and then they'll follow through with the crime and lock them up. End of story. But as far as just throwing around allegations, I don't know. I haven't seen it. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know nothing about it. So most people in the space, when you talk about traveling, right? Most people are just going along and just getting content done. Definitely monetize, AdSense, and etc. And then you just got this small portion, this small bubble, right? Where they're on this stuff. And they're doing stuff that we're talking about, which is the drama and etc. So I think that it's just a small segment in comparison to the large vast majority of it, right? So, I mean, the largest kind of, travel and stuff, we know the big names. And so at the end of the day, they couldn't get by. They couldn't make the ends meet if they were on that derogatory stuff. And those people do get found out, right? When they're talking about P for P and all this other stuff online. They get blocked out and they get X'd out. And so they're gone. And so I think majority of that will be policed. It will be escorted off the actual platforms. But, people are going to do drama. And those are the small groups that do drama. And I think most people don't get paid off of drama. Most people get paid off of creating great content. And if you just figure out how to deliver great content, then you can find your way to the tippy top. End of statement.
Okay.
No, because you was down on the phone, so I was like, let me say something real quick.
I know.
Know if I'm done or not.
No, I got it.
But so, where's Play Dog, man? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if Play Dog will come up or not. He's more than welcome. He knows this room's not a one about, any kind of drama. But let me ask you guys. You watch the two people we brought up. They kind of came out of nowhere in the last couple months or so. This Robert guy, and then Mariah.
Sorry about that.
Last 5 months. No problem. The last 5 months. Do you think they're playing into the clicks and views more so into the reality of what's really going on, or if it's a little bit of both?
I don't think with Robert, but I think with Mariah, she is because she really started off just doing political stuff, and then she just started jumping on the passport bro stuff. And again, this is a men's space. I know in the past we have had female supporters, but they didn't jump in that type of position where she's in. And now you got all the men starting to go and listen to her instead of, sticking with the guys, because it's like I said, it's a men's space. Now everybody's going over there and listening to her, and that's what you want to do. That's fine, but this is basically a space for us to share information and do stuff. And why is she here? Why is she going to basically the same locations we're going to? It's weird. I mean,
first of all, let me say this while you're saying that. Nobody's whining. First of all, black men or men, period, we don't mind being critiqued. Yeah, you feel like we're doing something wrong, we need to change something. Guess what? We'll tweak it. We'll take that. But if black men were to go into a space that was specifically known to being for black women and start critiquing some of the things they're doing and the way they're moving, do you think they would get the same type of reception?
Oh, I think they'll be pretty offended if we were to go over there.
What about you, Financial?
Well, I think they'll do what she was kind of insinuating just by saying that. They'll shame you. They'll say you're kind of sus. So that's exactly what she was doing. So, I mean, that's the number one weapon, right? Like if you say something, then you sus because you in women business and you messy. But then if you say stay out of our business, this is man business, then they say you sus because you want to only listen to other men. So it's just a communication technique, right? Just to get you where they want to get you, which is in the losing position and them in the dub. So I never mind it. It's a woman talking. Who cares? Keep pushing.
But that's the thing. It's like it's shaming either way. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't either way. And that's the way she has these guys understanding her position. If you don't listen to me, then you're sus because you don't want to hear something positive from me about your space. If you want to comment on my comments, then you're sus. Because why are you sitting here worrying about what a woman's saying? You can't win for losing, right?
I mean, like I said before, it's just a pretty face giving low level information. Where there are brothers out there that would actually give you some real rich information, dudes don't want to hear it. They'd rather look at a pretty face and just get the most basic ass information as possible. Is what it is.
But this is the part I think is cool. Life will deal with you accordingly.
Yeah.
If you want to be a man like that, following that, then follow it. But if you want to be a man that's following Ronin Travelers, right? Sitting up here talking about Wealth Talk Legacy Walk. If you want to follow Backman Travels, then you'll get the information that you need to tell you, hey, put your life at the center and you'll win in life in a real way. But if you want to listen to that, then okay, cool, listen to that. I highly doubt she's about to put you on any schemes to be on the Dow Jones. I highly doubt that you're going to improve your life as a male. But net, you'll end up where you end up and life will treat you accordingly. So I think that the men that actually decide to follow the Black Travelers or the Ronins, you get the rewards that you'll get listening to those type of men and what they got to say and communicate to you.
Agreed.
So life will handle you accordingly. I don't need to handle you. I don't need to say something. I don't need to address you. Life will address you itself.
Yeah. And that's the same mindset that I have. Is like, okay, I'm gonna give you the information you need. It's like whatever you do, whatever you decide to do with it, that's on you. Like I said, my son just literally got back with his friends from Medellin. No issues. They had a great time, came back home safe. Now, if you listen to all the scarecrows out there, oh, you don't go there. You know, something bad's gonna happen to you and all that. I'm like, yo, listen, just move correctly. That's it. And just be mindful, you know, who you be around.
I mean, hell, our brother just came back from Sweden. That's the Swiss Alps, driving all around Italy. You know, not one hair of some kind of news or some negativity here. Brother didn't have enough money, you know, and needed to eBay. Oh, I got another guy coming on to the panel. Orange Skies, what's going on, my brother? But yeah, I mean, there are ways to move. And matter of fact, you know, I got a little something here that basically says how welcome. And I think
passport bros, pay attention. These guys are not willing to sacrifice anything. They don't want independent women who are in charge. They generally are the alpha men who want to be in charge. So they go abroad seeking for these types of women who want a cheaper cost of living, whatever, etc. Thailand, Brazil. I'm going to talk about Brazil because that's actually one of the most popular places, right? In Brazil, the women are like party, 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 go, go, go. And the way they dance is very alluring for these men. You know, it's very hard to find a woman who is so beautiful on the eye, but is always going to say yes to her man. And, you know, give or take, she's pretty independent, but needs the guy. And I think American guys, these passport bros, just literally feel like they're not needed anymore. Whereas if they go abroad to find a wife, they're fucking needed. I mean, especially in Thailand, right?
What you think?
Sounds better.
Okay, you got it. You got it, boo. Nobody cares. You got it. But let me dive into the facts why you got it, right? Majority of Americans don't even have $500 saved up for an emergency. They don't even have $100. That's around 40%. So I want to know where the people are at that got the independence that they claim. I'm just dealing with the mathematics, right? So if your tire blow out, I'm thinking you're going to have to be on the seeking arrangements to try to figure out how you're going to get that tire fixed. Because at the end of the day, you don't have the $100. You don't have the $500, right? Easy on the eyes. I'm thinking around 75% are overweight or in obesity. So I don't know who's easy on the eyes. So again, when you just go down to the math, again, life will sort you out accordingly. I don't need to say anything. The numbers in life and reality prove whatever she was talking about is blasphemy.
She's actually giving us big ups. I don't know if you heard the same thing I heard.
She was giving us ups. How?
She was basically saying passport bros were more masculine and that we wanted a woman that would get in line with what we felt like we were looking for in a woman. And they would abroad versus how much shit you get in America is what she was saying.
Because the women were overseas and they needed us, unlike the women in the statesides needed us. It's not correlated. But what I was trying to say is that's not even true. So I don't care about what she was upping me about. I'm not going to get confused with the trickery. I'm getting focused on what she said. And what she said was that. It was a shot. It was a low-key shot. But at the end of the day, she's like, well, those girls aren't independent and they need you over there. Where technically over here we don't. One, again, that's false. And number two, Asians have more savings and investings than you do. So who needs who at the end of the day? Let's go
She's
there
from
too.
Europe. She's a Slavian.
She's broke too. They're broke in Europe too.
Yeah, they are.
They could barely pay for electricity.
Hey, you just came from there, so you would know.
Exactly.
What's up, Foreign Skies, man? I told you, bro. You gotta jump in when you can get in, man. I'm trying to tell you. What's going on, Foreign Skies?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
How you brothers doing? Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Ronan for another banger. Shout out Black Man Travels. Shout out Blueprint, my brother Frontier. Shout out to you.
Oh, thank you, brothers. Hey, so what you got? Are there a lot of passport bros or there's a lot of drama bros? How do you feel about what's going on right now?
So to be real, it's the internet. It's the internet. Now I know that on the WhatsApp groups, the Facebook groups, and YouTube, the dumbasses seem bigger than just regular traveling black men. So I think we should understand that it's a lot more of us who are not claiming the passport bro banner, who are just normal black men traveling, who don't get into all of the mess that we see on YouTube, TikTok, WhatsApp groups, Facebook about what a man is doing and who he's doing it with and how much it is and how much of that, and pull up on me in this country, we could fight, or we see a lot of that, but it's just like a lot of the problems in the black community. It's promoted. Even though we should know, like, it's way more black men who don't get into that type of stuff, who travel right, treat people right, you know what I'm saying, have a good time on their trips, got a better circle of a brotherhood around them than the foolery that we see. So I'm going to say passport bros over the BS, because the BS is what promoted and showed more. But we don't see a lot of well-to-do good brothers putting out content. We see more of the, we see more of the fuckery, excuse my French. We see more of that online than we see well-to-do brothers having good trips. We see more drama.
I agree with you. But a lot of us don't care to put it out there like that.
But that's another thing too. What's promoted is what's going to be shown. And yes, you can find smaller YouTube channels who have good brothers who don't got like a lot of following, but they show their trips, they show they travel, they show the way they move, they show the type of things that they get into. And it's nowhere near what we see on a common. If you just go to YouTube, Ronan, and type in passport bro, and you just scroll, you're going to see more effery than you're going to see good content, like positive content. So to the typical person who just tuning in, they're gonna think there's more the BS and all of the effery than it is just good traveling black men. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it.
Okay. Any pushback? Yeah.
I'll tell you this: a lot of the guys who are traveling, they're not putting content up. I know a lot of guys that live in their best lives overseas, man. No content whatsoever. So
I ain't doing shit.
I mean,
you know how many people done flew out the fucking Philippines? What can I show you that you haven't been shown already?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just talking about the person who's not smarter, not even smart enough. Don't see the bigger picture to know this, because a lot of people believe what they see is real, what they see is most common, what they see is the majority, and sometimes it's not. Because if you don't look at, okay, fellas, y'all got to understand the passport bro movement is a movement within just black men traveling in the United States. Period.
It's not a movement. It's not a movement. Let's stop saying that shit.
No, okay.
What do you want to call it then? What do you want to call it?
It's a lifestyle, man. I mean, a movement is making change. It's a lifestyle. Not everybody can be part of this movement. It's a lifestyle. You got to have the means, the financial means, and time to actually travel.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The influence. More Black American men who see, okay, these men are doing this. I like what they're doing. There's positives to what they're doing. I want to get my passport. I want to travel too. So it is a lifestyle for the ones who have already made it a lifestyle. But we still have a movement of new brothers getting their passports every day or just want to see more of the world every day. They don't have to be a passport, bro. They can just be a black man traveling.
I would say it's more of an NGO because y'all be broke. So I would say no.
I agree with that too. Hey, Frontier. I agree with that.
Joking.
Go ahead though.
Nah. I just wanted to throw a jokey joke up in there, but nah. You good.
Yeah, but so like I was saying, Ronan, I'm going to go back to picking passport bros over the effery because it's way more black men traveling who are not passport bros, who just do their own thing, who got a passport, who travel on their own dime. They don't do fundraisers. They don't beg for money. And they travel when they can, no matter if they have more time or not. You know what I'm saying? But that movement of just black men traveling is way more bigger than a passport bro name.
Right.
Because if you group all of us in, passport bros, black men traveling, every black man that just choose to, get a passport, have a passport and travel the world or travel to different countries, he counts. No matter if he call himself a label or not. You know what I'm saying? A name or not, no matter if it's a lifestyle. I'm just talking about black men who travel. I'm not talking about who can travel frequently and who got more money to do and they have more time to see more countries in a lesser amount of time. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about a black man who picks up a passport and uses it.
Right. Oh, that's a key one right there. You got a passport and using it. There's some brothers out there that got passport and cobwebs on that bitch. They ain't even cracked it open. They got it in the envelope still that it came in.
But I do think
shout out to Carl B.
Shout outs to what Foreign Sky was talking about, but I also do believe that there's a lot of people out here dropping. My homie Uni World, there was a couple other brothers, Lotto, guys out here in Thailand. They just produce content. That's it. They were black and they produced good content. They happened to move out here to produce content, right? But they were producing content just about living life. One guy was working at an NGO. One guy just came out here and his channel was pretty big. I'm talking 100,000 plus. Some of these guys are 300,000, 400,000. So I think really that's where the majority of it is. They just don't call themselves that. They just happen to be overseas, right? Living overseas, whether it was working, school, education, NGO, working, and they just produce content. And we don't put that in the bubble neither, right? Guys there's some guys who just create videos. A black dude, a brother, he's in Thailand. He creates videos with people who got condos for $600, showing their living expense and how they live and how much it costs. They left from America or from Europe. So he's got that whole channel, right? He's overseas. He's a bro, but he just is not in that segment talking about girls, shorties, and all this other nonsense. So again, I think the macro is what I was just talking about. The micro is small guys over here in the direction going back and forth with the drama.
Hey, Frontier, but let me ask you a quick question. Do you think it's what's promoted when you go on YouTube and look up black men traveling or men traveling or passport bros? Or do you think it's about knowing what to look for when you're looking for information or just seeing other people doing it?
I think it's just about, of course, YouTube works in the algorithm. So it's about what you do. So if you go on YouTube looking for big booty ambiguous broads, then it's going to give you the guys that you be talking about that always talk about that. But if you're looking for regular, genuine travel videos, then they're going to feed you that. and then they're going to continue to recommend that.
But you know, black men, Frontier. Some black men, that's too boring. This is not
But I
exciting
don't
me.
care about that.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
can
No,
live
no,
their
no, no,
life
no,
accordingly.
no, no,
I'm not
no.
trying to save all black men.
Wait, Frontier. What I'm saying, brother, is some people. Hold on, Ronnie. Some people think that the degeneracy of the channels channels that are like that are bigger than just like more normal travels, more different channels that don't get all that type of spiciness stuff on there. They feel everything that's lit on YouTube 2026 when it comes to traveling, it's got some BS in it. But if you looking at other people, it's like nobody really watching them, or most people be like, "Oh, they're too boring,"
Frontier made
or
a
he
valid
ain't
point.
really, you know what I'm saying?
I want to say this. Frontier made a valid point. What you look in your search will give you what you're looking for. I don't see a lot of the fuck shit that most people see. I see genuine travel content because I decided a year ago to unsubscribe and not interested to a lot of content creators. And guess what? My algorithm changed completely. So, yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for. And two, dude, you can't save everybody. Some people, fuck them. You got to build your own community and go from there. You can't save everybody. Not everybody's going to be on the same wavelength as you. So you got to leave them behind. That's it, man.
But what's sad about that is that a lot of people drift off to these channels that are just all screwed up, and they think that the information that they're getting in is actual information, where channels like myself and other small ones that's actually given the proper information, we don't get looked at, and we're giving the correct information. And that's where I see a problem at.
But I don't think that's even a problem. Like I'm telling you, y'all guys don't know YouTube. YouTube is bland as heck. I go to the conferences, I watch them because I invest in Alphabet. And so at the end of the day, I'm like, who the heck is this content creator? It's just a family. They're like, welcome to Billy Jane and Billy Job and our dog. Like that is majority of YouTube. Not what we be on, or not those small vectors that you guys are talking about. That's so small. That's irrelevant for the most part. What's the masses is what we're talking about, which is most positivity and everything growing and the content. If your content's not growing, then you just have to create better content and figure out that strategy and work hard at it, right? But some small group following some small group that's giving them bad information, that's their life. Kuma Matata, man. That's not even sad. I'm mad that you actually used the word sad. What's sad is I got an 80-year-old lady out here in Thailand working for god dang until she passed out, and she working 12 hours a day. That's pretty sad because there's no unemployment here. Like, that's sad. Dudes following the wrong thing on YouTube, they doing what they want to do. Stop acting like they always victims. They doing exactly what they want to do, and let them do what they want to do. Kuma Matata. Focus on what you're doing and you build it.
KB Call B. You've been quiet. I don't know if you came in on the beginning and the middle or the end. What do you think? Is there more passport bros or drama bros out there?
I mean, I think a lot of guys are. I'll try to keep it quick. I think a lot of guys are just. I never agreed with it simply because, not just white guys, but a lot of people have been doing this since before. Yeah, I may not know, but if you know ISG, if you know, you know. The people who know, they know. It's been around since 1998. Last 3 months ago, when I was going to Bogota, a member from there, I reached out to a member. This guy is an Argentina veteran. He's been going to Argentina for 30 years, lived there for long stretches of time. And he got me in contact with somebody else who was living in Bogota for the past 20 years, right? And we went down there and he introduced me to another guy who came to, go to clubs in Bogota. So it's like, it's out there if people really want to look. It's none of this is really particularly new. I think what it is, right, with social media, before it's not so much that people didn't talk about it, but if you wanted to learn about it, you had to go to a forum, you had to do all this fucking reading, you'd have to like know somebody and then get in contact with them. No one was really trying to. I don't think anybody's really even trying to keep it a secret. But now I think it's just so accessible, and you know, YouTube and these platforms are just so new. They didn't exist 20 years ago. At least not in this, not in the way they exist now. So because of that, a lot of people are, you know, making posts, and it's becoming controversy. And then with the controversy, people are going to comment and they're going to create content from it, even if it doesn't really make sense. So that's all.
I've been to Bogota, man. Great city, man. Great times.
Yeah. Yeah. The strippers are great. I'm not even going to lie.
Like we said, hey, the panel is open. I don't know if you guys pinned the link to the chat, but I did in my room. But if you guys can pin the links to your chat for people in your room, if they're more than welcome to come up, I'll drop it one more time. But I'd like to get other people involved in the conversation and hear their thoughts on what's going on in the space right now. If there's a lot more drama going on versus, you know, more traveling and really getting down to it. You know, shout out to Passport Blueprint who had to take off. No problem. I appreciate you coming up and sharing your information and your knowledge with the show today. But like I said, I just noticed recently, it's just more and more it's about drama. From who gives a fuck about a goddamn top 10 list to, you know, whatever's going on between YouTubers, you know, and not a lot of like real travel information going out there. And
I mean,
hey,
it's a lot of
that's
bullshit.
entertaining to you. That's entertaining to you. But
I mean,
it's changed a lot.
If you look at a lot of the crash out live streams that out there, are you really truly getting information, or are you watching entertainment? Let's keep it a buck. Are you really getting information about the places that these so-called content creators are doing these live streams from? Most of the time, they're doing it in the living room of their apartment. That's it. They don't show any content as far as what that city is about, what the culture is about, what the country is about. Nothing. All you hear is about drama.
Right.
So, I mean, this is what people are paying for. This is what you thank Cash Apps and Super Chats for. Low tier information.
Hey, as long as somebody's getting in a fight, an argument, or whatever, that's what sells. You know, you got a big booty Latina on a thumbnail or something like that. You know, and that's
like another giveaway, man. They're using these thumbnails to draw you in, and that shows you the thirst level is real out there. It's really real. It's like you put a thumbnail of a chick, but you see there's nowhere that chick to be found.
Not in the video, nowhere, unless in passing. Oh yeah, I shot this on the walk.
That's it.
You guys ever heard of this content creator called David Bond?
Oh yeah, old school. Yeah, he very 5-6 years ago was really big. He was also
15 years ago.
Yeah, but he was one of the ones trying to steal the Passport Bro name for a little while too.
Really?
And to sell it as part of a dating culture app. He was going to steal the name Passport Bros and use it.
No, it was. I just mentioned it because it's just interesting, you know. I remember him.
He has a baby now. I think she's Filipina, and they're living here in the Philippines. Sure.
Yeah. I just remembered him in particular. Man, just to goes to show you how long guys have been doing this stuff, and how I don't know, for whatever reason, why people tend to harp on it now. I remember him from like 16 or 15 years ago when I was still in high school, and he was doing the whole pickup artist thing. you know, and going to Thailand, and he was telling people to come to Thailand. And before that, he rolled with like this crew, and they were in Medellin for a period of time, and then he ended up leaving and going to Thailand. So yeah, you know, it's just been going on for a long time. I do think that guys just kind of need to relax. You know, get away from all this, you know, wannabe. I don't know what it is, like this macking thing that they call it. It's a big thing. I've been hearing a lot about it.
That's a dating culture and
Yeah, just
black pill thing going on.
I think the whole macking thing, it's like, I forgot who was the guy specifically who was like, oh, you know, you have a problem with the Pookies because he might show up and he's just start macking. And this like, you know, in the 90s and then
I never understood.
Yeah,
I never understood why dudes worry about Pookies. Like, if you don't hang out where they hang out, why are you so concerned about them?
Because they be mad. They be mad because
I
they
was
get
just gonna
access to
say,
some of the
I can answer
shorties.
that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, just yeah. So just real quick, I'm gonna come at it at the aspect of, okay, like me, right? Unfortunately, and some men will say that we shouldn't, but unfortunately, to me, some black men are attracted to the same women that the hood dudes can get, because it's an aspect of men who live that type of life are able to get good girls or girls who don't really mess with men like that. Not all of them, but some of them. Like, just basically being fascinated with the life, or they interested, or they curious, or it turn them on, or whatever, and they don't come from that type of neighborhood or lifestyle, they can get them women too. So if I'm liking a girl that I think is my speed, who live two doors down, but she giving me the run around because it's a hood dude that's living the street life, and she giving him what she won't give me, that's like a dynamic. So I'm just coming at it from that aspect, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, for me, I never cared for it because, for one, I don't attract the same chicks that Pookies attract.
I agree.
I don't move in the same circle. So it's like, for me, I never felt that a Pookie was a threat. Two, yeah, it's Pookie, dog. It's like, what the fuck I'm be worrying about a Pookie for, man? It's just like,
yeah,
all right, if a female is drawn to a Pookie, I don't want that bitch, man. It's just like, dude, if I see that she's attracted to that, all right, I'm good. You can have them. You like chaos. I don't want that shit in my life. So that's why I never consider Pookies a threat, man. Like, her dudes, like who the fuck are you, man?
See,
like,
but if you 22, 23, 24, are you really thinking that?
Yeah, dude.
Hey, I'm 22, 23, 24.
Or are you trying to get in where you fit in?
Hold up. I was 22, 23 at one time, 20 years ago, in Miami, Florida.
But life is different. They'll tell you that right out the bat, too.
And hold up. And again, we didn't have social media. In order for us to talk to a chick back then, you had to literally approach her.
They got it easier, but yeah,
and
still
talk to
had
her.
it so much easier. Yeah.
And the likelihood of you getting turned down was very high back then, because we didn't have social media, Instagram, all that shit to hide our personality. No, you literally had to like go up to her and talk to her. Hopefully, she gives her number. You kind of write it in your hand or on a piece of paper, or try to remember it and call her back. But also too, I never liked ghetto chicks. I never liked a certain type of chick that was into dumb shit. So there was never a threat. And being in college, University of Miami, oh man, there was too many options, man. I'm like, okay, you into hood dudes? I'm gonna go over here. That's it.
I think both groups do it. So you got the Pookies who dirty Mac, and so they be like what the guy said earlier, right? You must have not got no shorties in school, you little lame, you little square. So they do that. And then also the squares or the lames, what people will call them. Then they hate and they call them Pookies and Ray Rays, and they be like, etc. So both people do it. Like, I got a job at Google. You should want to be with me instead of being with him. He doesn't have a job.
That's lame.
And so they kind of both throw shade at each other at the end of the day. So I always think they both do it, and I think it's both stupid. Like, just move how you move in this world. And as you was just saying, Black Man Travels, like, duh, rock with who rock with you. Why would I care? If a girl likes those type of dudes, then that's her prerogative. It's my prerogative. Like, I'ma let her do it. Yeah.
But do you think men learn that early, like when they see? Because I'm kind of talking about the aspect of dating right now, like knowing, like, okay, this girl is not for me. I'm gonna just leave her alone. I tried one time, she shot me down for whatever reason. Cool. Do you think most men is like, okay? And I'm not talking about every dude that's in poverty or every dude that's, you know, not living in the middle class. I'm just saying, like, the everyday black man, like when they in their neighborhood or they dating in their vicinity, you know, and they're getting that. Like, do you think like they feel like, oh, okay, well, this dude is better than me, or do you just feel like you don't understand that that's not for you, even though, and you're gonna keep trying? Because I feel like men, they don't understand that when they, like, at that age, they don't. Like, they be on some I'm gonna keep trying type shit because they don't understand she don't want you, she want him, and you need to leave her alone, but you still trying to figure out why. That's why I understand what the brother was saying earlier, like, why do you even care anyway? But some men, they just don't, they just persistent.
Okay.
Yeah, I
can
agree.
say this. I can say this. I have a son. My oldest son is 23. Granted, I mean, he's a football player. Last year, senior year, he's graduating in December. His experience is a little different because he's a football player. But also, too, I taught him, like, listen, never chase after a person that doesn't want you. If she's not willing to reciprocate that same energy, don't pursue her. That's something I ingrained in his head. Is like, listen, only surround yourself with people that fucks with you. So for him, he understands, like, listen, man, you can make an effort. But if you see the effort is not coming back towards you, walk away.
Right.
And he understands that. And now that he's 23, been to 7 countries already on his own at 23, he know he's cocky as hell. Now I was like, bitch, like, yo, I'll disappear on you. So I mean, he's a lot further ahead than I was. But at the end of the day, you understand, like, listen, man, only like water seeks its own level. Go to places where people fuck with you, man. It's like, why try to pursue somebody that doesn't want you? That doesn't make any sense.
And I'll add to that, it doesn't even have to be like he talked about his son and his son had these. Look, I know men that are rich that are still like that. So it's really something that you got to figure out, regardless of what class level you are, physicality you are. If you always have that P at a pedestal and that's the centrality of your life, then it will always define you, regardless, poor, broke, rich, whatever. So that's the actual essence. It's not your age. Because I've known guys who are older and they still see the world like that. I've seen dudes who sold a business for $100 million and still feel incomplete because they don't have a woman to validate their life. That's a problem that they have to fight and defend and defeat. You have to overcome. And what Black Travelers is telling you is that your centrality is you in your life. That's number one. And anything else is an after effect. But if you don't get it, then you won't get it.
I'll share this, right? When I graduated from college, I got my first job offer at Allstate. Again, I'm from Miami.
Are you in good hands?
Again, this is 2001. I just graduated. I'm 23 years old. I got my first job offer with a signing bonus. Back in the day, they used to give you signing bonus to move and everything. I moved to Chicago. I never seen snow in my life. I don't know anybody in Chicago. When in Chicago, I started joining different clubs. Activity clubs, man. It's like I didn't like the club scene because the club scene was kind of like a little too hood for me. So I'm like, you know what, I don't like that. So I start joining these different activity clubs. And guess what? The type of women that I liked were in these activity clubs. And that's what I end up attracting. Again, you go find your tribe, man. Go out there, experience the world for what it is. Then from there, you build your own community. Don't try to like force things to happen. If a chick's not giving you that energy, man, fuck her, dog. Move, keep it moving, man. Like, just don't need to cry for spilled milk when there's something better right there around the corner.
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick. I was just taking notes while you guys are talking, and some of the things that were popping up in my head as you guys were talking is, one, you got to understand your value or your worth. Who are you? Okay, and what value you bring as who you are as an individual. Nothing is wrong with seeking valuable mentorship. You were taught all your life. Don't let nobody say nothing to you. Your mama might have taught you whatever. Don't take any advice outside your house. If you got a problem, you come tell me. Don't let nobody teach you anything. Don't talk to my son. Da, 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 da. Get out of that. There's nothing wrong with seeking valuable or viable mentorship. Okay? And stop trying to reinvent the wheel. That's why you need mentors. Mentors are going down that path that they already gone down. They can teach you how to get it done more efficiently and quicker to get down that road. You got a brother sitting on this panel right now that was pliable and understood viable mentorship. Is in retirement, independently wealthy, doing his own thing, and trying to teach y'all the same thing because he was able to be pliable and allow people to mentor him. I got a lot further in corporate America by being pliable, by being able to assimilate and pick up things that were being taught to me and then reapply it in my own life, in my own businesses. That's why I said the quickest way to learn, man, is get in a business, learn the infrastructure, learn how things work, then take it and apply it to your own fucking business. Or stay in the game and just excel at it. Either way, whatever you want to choose. But you got to be pliable and willing to take the mentorship. A lot of brothers don't want to hear shit from nobody. They don't want to learn them. They think they're instantly supposed to come across this knowledge without ever having to pick up a book, go through any fucking kind of life experience, fail a couple times. What's the phrase? You got to do something for 10,000 hours before you become a fucking professional at it. What are y'all doing to get where you're going if you're not putting in the fucking time and the work and the effort? It's just not going to come on you. You're not going to hit the fucking lottery. If you do, hey, that's just lucky.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add on that a little bit because, like you said, one of the biggest things in my life is when I stopped swiping left and right on Tinder and started swiping left and right on lenders. Once I started to redirect my energy and attention to other mentors or other men and add value to them too. It wasn't just, hey, teach me something, give me a handout. You're supposed to help me because you made it. Nah, I had to see what he needed in his life that I could add value, even though I wasn't probably educated. And one of the things that actually people underestimate is this drive. People who are successful, they recognize real. So when they see drive, it's hard to come by. And they respect that. That's what I picked up and I learned from a lot of men. They just respected me. Even any race or any culture, they respected it because it's so rare to have somebody who has drive and determination and wants to add value instead of extrapolate it, like what's in it for me. And so when I figured out that's how I needed to spend my time and energy, because if I sent, let's say I sent 100 emojis in Texas to this lender, and then I sent it to a broad, that broad could never sign $1 million check so I could buy an actual house and leverage it so I could make money. But that lender could. So I was like, damn, the type of return on time, energy, and attention I can get is massive. And so, as you were saying, Ronan, I put massive amounts of time in mentorship, and that's what made me extremely successful. I was OPE, other people's experience. I learned from their mistakes, I learned from their successes, and then I just listened and took advice.
You know what? That's perfect segue because I experienced the same thing. Again, going back to my story, again, 23 years old, first, moving to Chicago for the first time, leaving Miami, never seen snow in my life. I started volunteering my time to different organizations. And by volunteering, guess who I met before he became president? President Obama.
Easy, yeah.
I met him. I actually hung out with him. And that's the thing I don't talk about a lot, but it's just like I met him just volunteering. And again, this is before he became a senator. I've met a lot of influential people in Chicago because I volunteered my time because I wanted to learn. And again, it wasn't, and it goes back to what Frontier was saying. Be an asset. Don't be a liability. Like don't always expect to get things from people. Like be willing to give freely and you'll get a lot of return. And that's what I got. And again, women can, because I was introduced to a whole new circle of Chicago elites, the excellence, black excellence. I was exposed to that. Again, I'm a little Haitian dude from Miami, from Dade County, Miami. Now I'm part of the movers and shakers of Chicago, because you know why? Because I volunteered my time, and I wanted to talk to people. I was willing to learn and listen. And again, that's why I never really had issues with women, because I always messed with top tier women. And that's why it goes back again. It's like, I never had that issue.
And was they looking? Was they like, who is this young? Well, I don't know if he was bald headed then, but they was like, who is this young bald headed black man in this area where we don't usually see you guys? You don't have to do nothing. You just have to do you.
Do me. Listen, I was attending all the black tie events, Jack and Jill events. Man, listen, I was exposed to the cream of the crop type of women. And that's why, again, I go back to saying, like, I never dealt with these type of women that most guys dealt with, because I was not part of that circle. So
hey,
again,
Black Man Travel.
Yeah.
So I'm actually from Chicago. I was born and raised here.
Okay, what area? What area?
I'm on the west side.
Yeah, what area? Tell me. I
In the
used to
north,
live in the west side.
in the North Lawndale area.
All right, I used to live in Humboldt Park, off of Augusta and
I
Sacramento.
used to live in Humboldt Park too. I used to live on Monticello and Hirsch.
I was off of Humboldt Park in Sacramento.
Okay, yeah, but that's what's up. But the funny thing is, I'm about to move to Florida next May, and you came from Florida to Chicago. I'm leaving Chicago to go to Florida. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Chicago was the best time of my life, man. I learned a lot. I was surrounded by black excellence, smart black people, and great experience, man. I got my master's out there. Yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Can I ask you
so you don't live there now?
that, Black Trevor?
No, I don't live there now. I live in Atlanta.
Okay.
Can I ask you
Go ahead.
something about that? Because, you know, somebody might rebuttal and say, hey, well, you found yourself in this. Did you just find yourself in that? Like, you just looked up one day and you happened to be there? Or you cultivated yourself to be in that type of environment?
I cultivated myself. Like, hey, I realized that I wanted to be in a certain place. In order for me to be there, I had to put myself there. So I started looking, like, different organizations, different clubs, different activities to meet certain type of people. Because I wanted to learn. Again, dude, I'm from the hood of Miami, Dade County, Liberty City, Little Haiti. That's where I'm from. So for me, I never seen black excellence. I never seen successful black people until I moved to Chicago. So for me, I wanted more. And I positioned myself to get that. I joined the 100 Black Men of Chicago, joined the Urban League. Dude, I did all this stuff, but yet still dating and having a good time. I was still partying, but I was still, you know, learning from the best. So, and again, I tell all my young brothers out there, be a sponge. Go out there and learn, man. Fuck all the women. The women will come. Trust me. Go out there and learn as much as you can. Get the exposure. Travel. Go learn about yourself. Learn the person you are. And once you get that down pat, you're done. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I want to double down on what you were saying. Listen, and when he just said F the women, he don't really mean F them on some mad stuff. He means by improving yourself, you actually add value to those women that you are going to be in the lives of.
Yes, build it and they will
essential.
come.
Exactly. So it's essential that you just do it for yourself, number one. And then number two, he means F it in a way where if you build and add value to yourself, then you'll be adding value than anybody else that you come across with in that platonic or romantic relationship. So that's just the added value. You'll do better with your partners that happen to come and attract and draw near you at the end of the day. So that is the premise of it. Not just saying F on, I don't care, I'm on my young G blood stuff. Nah.
I don't believe in that monk shit.
I just said that so people could just understand and get that point.
Yeah.
So can I present a question?
Go ahead.
What do you call a man that builds all pillars of his life, but on his journey, he decides to pay for it? Whether he's traveling every year, or he's traveling when he can, or he also pays for it in the States. But he's building himself. But he's building himself to the point where eventually he won't have to pay for it, because he has become so attractive or more attractive in all pillars of his life versus, you know, his finances, his well-being, the way he looks, his physique, all of these things, his personality, characteristics, all of these things. But on his journey, he just choose to pay for it. Like, so he kind of still getting whatever type of, you know,
Okay, I'm a little
you know what I'm
confused
saying?
here. I'm
Yeah.
confused. When you say pay for, you mean pay for the box?
Yeah. He's paying for the box on this journey, and then
All
it
right.
gets to the point where it's like, you know what? I have women who want to deal with me for me because I have worked on myself so much, and I'm attracting, like you were saying earlier, I'm attracting women that's more genuine towards me, so I don't have to go through all these hoops to actually
right.
date her or to have access to her. But
I'll
on his
say
way
this.
doing that, he's paying for it. Like he buys box.
I'll say this. Me personally, I'm against any young man paying for box because I feel like this is because it kind of inepts you in a certain area of social skills. What I've learned, be as transparent as possible. If she ain't down for it, keep it moving. Trust me, there's a lot of women out there that just want to fuck thing. That's it. You'd be amazed. I think a lot of guys are not forthright with their intentions. They try to play game, try to sell a dream, and the women fall for it, and she wants more than that. But if you're kind of like, hey, this is what I'm looking for at this point in my life, I have no desire for a relationship. Hey, we could be friends with benefits. That's cool. If not, I'm all right with that. And that worked well for me. I taught my nephews that, my sons that, like, listen, you don't need to lie to a woman. Tell her how you really feel. Tell her what your true intentions are. If she's down for it or not, that's it. So I think paying for the box, I think a young man should not be doing that.
Not even young men, like men, period. Like black men, like 28, 35, 40. Like
I just feel like right now, honestly, you could get it for free, man. It's not that hard.
Okay, so what? Okay. So what if I don't want to do all that?
Let me add some value in it real quick.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
add some value. Listen. I'm gonna add. Look. I don't care what minds do. I don't care what you do, right? Because some people, like, if I got hit with a brick and I was looking like Cyclops, then maybe I might need to pay for the box. But listen, what I would say is, for me, it's just principle. Like, every dollar that I have is utilized to make sure that I'm safe. I could cover my bills and medical. So I never met no P that's better than the D I give. So I don't put P on a pedestal like that where I need to exchange resources, regardless how much resources I got, in order to get it. I'm only looking for quality, but that's me, right?
Yeah,
so the next man might not be looking for quality, or he might just want what he wants because he's time constrained. I'm not time constrained neither. So spending some time to chat with somebody, I'm only chatting with somebody that's going to nourish and help my mind. So I'm not chatting with no broad who just want to talk at a wall. I don't deal with that. So I get it. And there's people who do it, so do whatever. Everybody's portfolio is different. I can't tell you to invest in stocks, right? You might be more liable to invest in bonds because of your situation. But what I would say for me is just principle. Because once you start paying into a system like that, I've seen guys get exploited with crazy money. You think you got power or leverage in that. You don't. These broads be talking to you like you were John, like you were punk and a chump. So at the end of the day, I don't want to get that. I don't want that. The government man coming after me too. I deal with all those type of legalities. Y'all think it's really light. I'm telling you, leave it alone. Because you guys out here saying y'all doing it on the internet, I'm telling you, you're gonna end up like Young Thug and them rapping about what they did, and they ended up in court.
And also
so
too,
keep
man.
it calm.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, man. When a girl wants to fuck you, she's gonna fuck you, dog.
Period.
Versus paying for it. It's a whole different experience, man. I don't care what anybody say. You paying for this shit is completely different when she wants to fuck you. She wants to suck you. Like, just like, yo, I just want to be with you right now. Completely different than you dropping fucking whatever money amount you paying for it. It's a whole different experience, man. So that's why I always advise, like, if you, dog, just make an effort. You'd be amazed. Just be transparent. Show your true intentions and make an effort. You'd be amazed what you get.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, Ronan, just let me say something real quick before you go to call B. When I come on these conversations, I don't really be speaking personally how I feel a lot. I like to present conversations. I like to look at different aspects of how people move between men and women and things like that. And I like to present other aspects of what actually go on in real life. And I value you guys' opinions a lot, like Frontier, like Ronin, etc. So I ask these questions to see how y'all think about them, the type of choices that y'all will make, or the way y'all feel about them, because I look at it as value. You know what I'm saying? Like valued advice. So I don't really be coming from a personal level. I just be presenting conversation because
Oh, it's all good.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. I mean, we understand because again, there's probably someone right now that's in that situation. He's probably taking this conversation to heart. So
You're probably
for me,
looking at the Cash App button. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I'm trying to make a decision right now as we speak.
Which honey am I money to tonight?
But I just feel like any young man, there's no need, man. If you make an effort, you'd be amazed what girls are interested in you because you're not paying attention.
They as desperate as you are. Let me say
But I'm
this.
saying, what if I don't want to do that? What if I want
me say
to
this.
work
Let me
on
say this.
myself and then I want to pay for it because
Let me say
I don't
this.
want to be abstained from sex or whatever you call it.
Right.
Like I still want to get my rocks off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Scott, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Okay, you got to value your time for your growth. Okay, obviously, as men, we start to produce a lot older in years, so we're building our base, we're building our support, we're building our resources, so that once we get into our 30s, 40s, and 50s, we're producing at a high rate. That's when our max. That's when we make our maximum amount of dollars. Okay, so I would still say don't be a hermit. You need to have social skills. Go out and date. You know, find somebody in a like-minded type of situation. Find another nerd girl that's sitting there going to school too.
And some of the nerds are the freakiest, man. A lot of these nerds are the freakiest.
Here's the thing. Some girls will build with you if you approach them the right way. They see your potential, you see their potential. Guess what? Not only are you building with them, and if you guys decide to separate, guess what? You both have life experience in relationships. Y'all are grown. You actually have a better breakup because y'all already started off honestly. Hey, I'm building my career. Hey, I'm building my career too. Hey, let's go out and have a date. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and take that a little bit further, but don't distract me from my studies. Let's achieve those things first. And if they
And that's
wind
why-
up becoming a couple, y'all come a couple. If not, guess what? That's the type of girl you can look across the room and know y'all had a relationship with, and she's not going to cause a scene.
And that's
There's
why I
no
don't
bad
believe in
blood.
this whole monk mode shit. I don't believe in that
You know
monk
what I'm
mode.
saying? There's people out there that you can work with. And the whole thing is y'all feel like you got to lie. You feel like you listen to these dating coaches enough and they tell you got to play these games. You like, man,
You don't.
believe me. If you're
You don't have
honest,
to.
a girl's going to decide within the first 5 to 10 seconds of meeting you whether she wants you or
Yo,
not.
to keep it a buck, man. Majority of women are more horny than men.
Thank you.
Nah, I can't let you get that one off, bro.
No.
I can't let you get that one off, bro.
Hey, I'm speaking from experience.
Pause.
Look, listen, especially as they get older, their sex drive actually kicks in. So it's like, it's a big difference when you paying for something, you get basic sex. When you got a chick that want to fuck with you, that enjoys having sex with you, it's a whole different experience, man. No money can.
I'm not
no money
saying
can
that
replace
sex drive don't go up with age. I'm just saying that biologically, bro, we have 10x
See,
testosterone.
again, I'm speaking from experience. I'm 48 years old. I've been around. I'm speaking from experience. And Frontier, Roland can all agree. Most women's sex drive actually picks up as they get older.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
20s, in their 20s, listen, let me tell you this. In their 20s, they don't know. They don't listen. Most women in their 20s don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm gonna be keeping
But
it
they
above.
are curious. They are curious.
I was in my 30s and this 40-year-old, she was fine as hell. She was like, wait until you get your 40s. I'm like, what does that mean? Oh, don't worry about it. Look me up when you hit your 40s. But we were still hitting it. But at the same time, she goes, yeah, it's a whole nother fucking thing. You meet a woman in her 40s, she's ready to go.
I don't think KB's wrong. I think he's actually right in his statement because he's just speaking about his reality and his experience.
That's true. That's
true. So I'm telling you, because when you say stuff like that, guys are like, no, that's impossible. Like, all right, bro, if you know at the end of the day, right? So I think that's like 100% valid.
I mean, no one's saying it's impossible. It's kind of like saying You know, are there women out there who are stronger than men? Of course, there are women out there who are stronger than men. But by and large, you're not going to be like, oh, you know, the typical woman is stronger than the typical man. This is not true. Right? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I hear your experience. I hear it. I hear it.
I man,
Thanks
listen,
for sharing
man.
that with us.
Look, I'm a social butterfly. I talk to a lot of women. I'm a marketer. That's what we do, sales. We talk to people. A lot of women are horny as hell, bro. When you go to these travel conventions and all this stuff, trust me, you say the right things, man. You could be knocking on that door.
Hey, Black Man
Open that
Travel,
door
tell him
in.
to talk to a male stripper, and he'll let him know real quick. Because a male
Man.
stripper done seen things that, a female stripper ain't never seen. So, so woo.
Look, I attend these conferences. I attend these conventions, man. Trust me. You say the right thing after a few Manhattans, you get that knock on the door. Open that door, you know what time it is.
Are you saying pursuing a relationship
We never
or
said that. We never said that.
okay? All right, bet. So if a man feel like, okay, I'm not looking for nothing serious, I don't want to put a lot of time into dating. I want 90% of my hold on. I want 90% of my attention to be on bettering myself, right?
Yeah.
To the best version that I can be. But that 10% is going to go to when I'm horny. And I don't want to do all this, get to know you, and I just want to fuck with something bad.
All right. I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you. See, the thing is about you, you forgot the most important thing of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
The importance of building relationships, man. That's so essential. Anything in life, you got to build relationships. Like me talking to a dude at the bar, I'm trying to build, if I know he's about something, I'm trying to build a relationship with this brother. Because who knows, we may break bread and do something big together. If I meet a woman, same thing. If I see she has potential, I'm gonna try to build a relationship with her. So building that relationship, again, it doesn't have to lead to sex all the goddamn time. It can lead to something better. But don't focus so much on yourself where you forget to build a relationship with other people. Because at the end of the day, it's all about relationship and the people you know. Because you can't do this shit by yourself at all. This whole lone wolf bullshit that you hear on social media is bullshit.
The cyborg ninja. That he don't want love. He just want to go out. That ain't no guy. That ain't no guy, man. Because even though guys who are going to pay, they're going to end up talking to that girl like she a goddamn girlfriend. So let's cut the mustard. They're going to act like that's their girl. So a lot of guys, it's not only just the sex, it's the intimacy too. And we don't talk about that neither. We just act like everybody just trying to, y'all be pillow talking. Y'all be telling y'all broads all the information. That's why we as the CIA always used to send women in to spy on you ninjas. Because that's the easiest way to do it, is to send you some women. And then y'all get to talking. So I think people are looking for deeper relationships like that. But they might just be, like you were saying though, Foreign Skies, in their path, trying to build their life. But you could do both at the same time. You can have great relationships with women and build on yourself.
Yeah, fuck that monk mode
like-
shit. You can still
So
have
are you saying
real life.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead.
situations. You can still have real life situations while you're trying to build yourself, your self growth, your resources, and things like that. You can still have real like lived experiences in dating. Don't go sit in a fucking hole and say I'm going to be in monk mode while I'm trying to grow my resources. Because then you're still going to be a lame by the time you actually have money. And Financial Frontier brought that out. You know, you can still be a lame even though you're wealthy.
But the problem is the women that they have attracted deter them for their goals and keep them off their square instead of actually supporting and understanding their goals and their growth, because they might have something going on for themselves or they might just be a supporter. So at the end of the day, that's the difference. That's not just general women. Oh, women are going to stop you from achieving. That's false, right? The women you have found yourself amongst, they want the extra time, the commitment where you can't focus on your goals. But that's your problem because you with the broad, right? She can't beat you up, so get away. But at the end of the day,
and they never set the standard. They never set the standard. Look, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm gonna do. And if you're good for that, then hey, we can hang.
Or maybe they did, Ronan. Maybe they was like, I'm all in your face. I'm always trying to spend time with you. I want to say wear the same outfits to go to the gym. I want to chill with my girl more than I chill with anybody else. I don't even got no homies no more. Don't talk to me, Black Man Travel. Don't talk to me, Ronan, because I'm with my girl, and that's all that matters.
But hold on, fellas. I'm asking, Are you telling
No.
me that the way he went? Okay, I agree. The goal is the goal, but the way that person went about it is just the wrong way. Like, okay, he didn't choose to build relationships with women, even though he's probably like got a brotherhood or he got a friend circle, things of that nature. He went about it like, no, I'm gonna just crack some when I want to crack some, and I'm still focused on.
I just feel that
something.
I just feel like when you do that, you become inept in one particular area. So you'll probably be socially awkward around women. That doesn't revolve around you paying for it. And trust me, we picked that up real quick amongst a group setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's certain skill set, just like Kevin Sam used to say, you don't use that skill set, you're gonna lose it. So like socializing with men and women, regardless.
Yeah, but black man, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, right? I'm currently working on all of these things that I need to fix to be the best man that I can be in the future, right?
And continue to work on it. That's it.
But while I'm doing this, I'm not necessarily building relationships. I'm just
okay.
Can I ask you a question in this hypothetical scenario that you're talking about?
Yeah.
What type of job are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm curious. Okay, let's say you work in a trade, right? So you got you a trade, you got you a gym membership, you know what I'm saying? You might like got counseling or whatever you need as far as like your mental, you know, you cut off bad habits, you cut off, you know what I'm saying, people that, you know, ain't good for you in life. And you kind of like really on your journey, like you're on your journey to be your best self. But while you doing this, you're not looking for no relationship. You're not really trying to get too deep with a woman and nothing like that. And you choose
I think you're taking the relationship to a whole new level. It's just like, again, when we say relationship, that means like just talking to people. Like for me, the fact that I'm in sales and marketing, right? Digital space, I'm always talking to people. Always.
Exactly my point. Yeah.
So for me, like even at the gym, I'll talk to a 6-year-old woman. I don't care. Because I don't know. She may know someone that may be important to me. So for me, I talk and smile with everybody. Because you just never know. And again, the fact that if you're able to talk to a woman based regardless of her age and still have a genuine conversation with that person, dude, that's a skill set.
In foreign skies, let me say this. I said, look, I ain't got nothing to say. But let me actually say this on the internet so everybody can hear me. You talking about United States probably, right?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, it's illegal, homie. So I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all to be doing something and promoting something that's legitimately illegal.
Facts.
So unless you live in one state called Nevada, right? Then I ain't got nothing to say to you about that because that's illegal, buddy boy. And what kind of role model or leader would you call me if I'm telling you out here to do illegal stuff live on the internet?
And especially nowadays when they doing all these streams, these busts out there, you gonna take
you
that
already
chance?
had Me Too. You trying to convert regular girls now too. Like she was just going to school, but now I'm using my money because she ain't got no money to go to school, and I'm getting her to pay for. You do what you want to do, my brother. But I'm telling you, when FBI, when they come for you, don't call me. I'm not associated with you. You never was my friend, and they could come back to this clip, and I told you don't do that.
Yeah. And I do agree with that. I'm just asking, you know what I'm saying? Like, just wanted to see like how y'all think about this.
Man, listen, man.
But wait, hold on. And I'm gonna be quiet. All I'm gonna say is the overall message is do it naturally. Just try to get to know people naturally, women who you are attracted to naturally, in natural situations. And if it hit, it hit. If it don't, it don't. Why you continue to build on yourself? But like you say, doing it that route, you can do what you want to do, but it ain't really the way to go about it because you can still get what you want in a natural way. You don't have to do all of this, just pay, you know what I'm saying? Pay, you know what I'm saying? I agree with that.
Fellas, real quick, let me say this. I wasn't planning on being on this long. I got to go to brunch. Promised my lady I was going to take her out by 1:30. It's almost 1. It's 1 o'clock right now here. So we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, you got to go.
30 minutes. You don't want your woman hangry. Even though
go ahead and shut it down, bro.
Even though I can fix that shit when we get back from you. You get what I'm saying. But I'm just
No, it don't matter. Don't shut it down. Go buy a
Anyway.
box.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead and buy your got mine right here. But anyway, so I'm gonna have you guys give me any kind of closing remarks, promote anything you guys got going on. I know Financial Frontier. We need to do a show together. There's a couple things that have been happening in the financial area that I wanted to talk with you about on a live that we already discussed. So we got to arrange that. Black Man Travels, I know. Welcome back again, brother. I'm just happy that you're here. You're feeling better, and you're in a space now that you can actually get back on the mic and do some things. So, Carl B, Foreign Skies, you guys got anything real quick? And I mean real quick.
My bad. What did I miss? It's like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and give me a closing remark on anything about the show, and let's move this on because I gotta go.
Oh, all right. Happy 4th of July, guys, and we don't got no problems with Pookies. Just don't show up with Air Maxes and a wife beater to the airport, please.
Damn.
That's all.
Even if they do, they can just get arrested. That's all. That's good.
Nah, man, I don't want them to get arrested or get jammed up in any way. It's just like, dude, come on, man. You representing us too. Don't just show up any type of way, you know? That's all.
Okay. Foreign Sky?
Yeah, Rona, thanks for having me. Shout out to the panel. It was a good little light conversation. I'm glad I was able to chop it up with you guys before the holiday. Y'all have a good 4th of July, and everybody be safe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
All right. Financial Frontier, my brother.
Happy 4th of July, man. USA is back, baby. We're at the top. We're winning. I appreciate everybody, Ronan and Black Man's Travel. Hey, Ronan, go have your breakfast with your girl because you got a real life. Peace.
Black Man Travels?
No, man.
Brother?
Just, hey, happy 4th of July to all my FBAs out there, man. And just go out there, get your passport, travel, see the world, man. Get out the couch, man. Don't pay for the box. And go out and live, man. That's it.
Right. So, closing, look, this was kind of like, a little bit of a clickbaitish type of thing, Passport Bros or Drama Bros. Just, follow what you feel is best for you. But, I would say that if you're traveling, you're looking for some place of peace, some place where you can revitalize yourself, whether it be on vacation mode or expat mode or whatever. Anybody wants to move from drama to drama. So think about what you're really doing and what you're investing your time in. We were just talking about value of time and what you're doing. You can invest your time in a lot of different things and multitask all you want. Half the time I'm doing multitask work where I'm listening to somebody's show and I'm working in the background. I know a lot of our listeners do the same thing. They're working, they're putting in hours on a third shift or a swing shift or something, and they're listening in, whether it be on replay mode or on live, so just get the best use of your value and your time. And at no point in time did you hear me bring up a woman when it came to that. Like Black Man Travel says, they will come. If you build it, they will come. If you build your resources, if you build your value and who you are as a man, okay, not just in finances, but who you are as a man, your morals, your principles, your ethics. Women identify with that. Most women, what? They want to marry men like their father. You're not projecting that. You're an F-boy. And then sometimes people are okay with that. And if that's where you want to be, that's fine. But at the end of the day, hey, go out and enjoy your life. Don't worry about what nobody else is saying online, but do it in a respectful way, especially if you're a traveler. Other than that, I'm out of here. I'm Ronan Traveler.
Hey! If you're ready to level up, make some noise! We ain't going back. Level up your life. Put the team on the map. Got a whole new plan. Wake up every day. Be a better man. Let me hear you say, level up. Level up today. future across the ocean. One life, one life, one shot, one shot. What you waiting on?
You are learning.
We ain't going back. Level up your life. Put the team on the map. Got a whole new plan. Wake up every day, trying to be a better man. Let me hear you say, level up, level up, level up, level up today. Hit the gym, read a book, start a side hustle. Turn pain into fuel and struggle into muscle. Every little win starts adding up. Before you know it, your whole life leveling up. New city, new goals, new mindset too. The future gets brighter when the work comes through. No excuses, no blame, no pity parties. We're building kings over here, not followers, sorry. The mission don't stop when the uniform ends. Sometimes that's exactly where the
Ronan,
next one begins. So
I have been looking for you for a very long time now.
If you're chasing greatness,
I have not nothing to do with the White Lotus clan.
Let's get to work.